Evil are you? I mean, I'm so evil. I'm still evil. I'm the evilest thing that ever done been.
Evil.
For real. I'm the killer wolf.
Local record.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Getting into it real quick. Hello.
It's hello.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
Halloween.
How's everybody doing?
Thank you, David.
Shout outs to Glenn Danzig, man.
good shit.
I hope you're a cat. Glenn Danzig also wrote a song called "Wicked Pussycat" at one point in time.
Of course he did.
And of course, right. But if you like read the lyrics and everything, and you listen to it, it's like, oh, he's talking about a woman. No, he's talking about his cat.
Yeah,
He was actually
talking
looking
about
at
his
it.
cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, totally. He's like, I watch you curl up in a circle. I'm like, yeah, you were talking about the cat.
The actual cat.
The actual cat.
Yeah,
You ever
right.
see that footage of him like walking out of Walmart with like the kitty litter and the big box of cat food? It's just like Danzig, we see you.
This dude's
He's
so
a,
evil.
He's a crazy cat, man.
He's so evil.
He's so evil.
They're all strays.
Yeah.
You think he's that guy that like has 400 stray cats in his house?
I don't think they're strays. I think they're all his, and they all have names.
He's
and
captured
like,
all of them.
Absolutely.
He's like,
that's
well-
Morrigan, and that's Lilith.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta
That's
look
Lilith.
up through the Malpheus Maleficarum,
Right,
find
right.
all the
Right.
demon names.
Lucifer.
There's a Belial.
Yeah, there's
Asmodeus.
Mephisto.
We got fucking.
You don't know what Mephisto.
Damn it, Beelzebub! You always get back in your food bag. So Halloween.
It's always getting back in your food bag.
Welcome to the
Next
show.
hit single.
Hello.
I'm Scott.
I'm Trae.
And I'm Phil.
Yo.
This week, what did we learn this week, guys?
This
Always,
is Halloween.
Always listen to Mama.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I like it.
Mama knows best.
Mama knows best.
Mhm.
Heard that.
Especially when she's building an elaborate trap out of
Yeah.
her house.
Over the course of her entire life. Yes.
This week we're talking about Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills.
Halloween Kills. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too close to Michael Myers, unfortunately. I was thinking
I know.
about it. It is kill.
Yeah. It is,
Yeah, but that is totally his shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does bring forth the question, like, in this situation, like, Michael Myers versus Jason. Like, who would,
Yeah.
Because this is, we'll talk about
Man,
it.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
We'll
it.
get into it.
We'll get into
Jason.
it. All right. Yeah, well, right, but this is the most Jason Michael Myers I've
This is
ever
the most
seen.
Jason Michael Myers. You're fucking totally right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I know. Everybody forgot about Jason.
Uh-huh.
That's what it is.
Motherfuckers act like they did.
But before
Motherfuckers
we,
act like they forgot about Jay.
Damn. That just fits.
Damn.
Oh, God. Look at that news.
Dude, we got some
been a
fake
week.
news.
We got a lot of
It's
news.
been
But before
a
we
week.
get into it, just want to shout out to Thrills809.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you
You
for the
know,
host.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks for the
hosting
host.
us.
That was cool.
I guess that's why we were melting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We
Yeah.
melted face.
We
Yeah.
definitely
Okay.
melted face.
And we're going to melt face tonight
Yes.
as well.
That's
and
right.
maybe
Yes.
get in some Tekken.
Maybe
You know,
something else,
maybe
yeah.
we'll see what happens,
It's
man.
probably
Last
just going to be
time-
melty, though, man.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be hard pressed to do anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah, it's vampire season.
Yeah, it's vampire season. Exactly.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, man, we got like devil gin, and we got like people are pandas for Halloween.
I
You
mean,
know,
that's
we
true.
could be.
That's
we,
true.
You know,
Yeah.
I would
They-
totally be.
They ain't Vlav.
They're not
They ain't
vlog.
They ain't
though.
Vlav.
But could anybody legitimately pull off Vlav?
Oh, I'm sure.
There might be somebody in the world.
Right.
But
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Not everyone can just
Not
pull
everybody-
off
yeah,
Vlav.
no.
Well, it's
Yeah.
his swag.
One does not
right.
simply Vlav. Exactly.
No.
That's right.
you
It's
have to
not
have
just
a whole
It's, just
demeanor.
not, it's not
Yes.
just that slick jacket and like perfect white hair. You got to have an attitude when you're
Absolutely.
going Vlav, man.
Right.
You got to have a specific.
Decades
You know,
of a
if you-
crushed
if you
soul.
Let, if,
Right.
you let, if you let Vlav just stand there after a while, he goes to sleep.
Oh,
He does,
what?
dude. He just passes out for a second, and then he wakes back up.
That's
you know.
I mean, if I
We'll
was
put
a
power naps on
vampire,
you.
I was gonna say that's a solid vampire power.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
being able to sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Sleep anywhere is a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
I know people that can do that right now.
I feel like
but-
he would
Yeah.
just right. That's not nearly as charming.
No, because they
It's
hit
like, man, you're driving, man. Wake up.
and you just hear snores.
Or they're giving you directions to their house.
Yeah.
It's just like, God damn it, wake up, man.
Come on.
Oh, you missed the turn.
Right.
Woke up right as soon as you passed it. This motherfucker.
So,
What do you think of this?
Spooky edition.
what have you guys been doing this week?
Resident Evil 4 VR, man.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 4 VR.
You've been
Oh,
streaming
nice. You
that.
knocked it out, huh?
Yeah.
I just beat it last night.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It was kind of funny because I got all the way to Sadler.
I like the way you've been naming your streams.
Oh,
since
yeah,
you got
I've been
the
trying-
Sadler. I'm coming
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
Sadler.
Coming for you, Sadler. Yeah, or there's one that was like, anybody want regenerators? No?
No?
Yeah, not
Neither
me
do
either.
I. Yeah.
I don't want that.
Right.
Nobody wants that shit, man.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And they do
Yeah.
that shit when they're on the ground where they like, and then attach to
How was
to
that
shit.
Krauser fight?
Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. I had way more fun with the Krauser fight than I should have, and I'm really hoping that it like actually captured me doing it because like they let you in the most of the cutscenes you can still see all your setup. So as soon as it starts, like if you want to go ahead and pull your gun out in the middle of the cutscene, you got your gun in your hand as soon as the gameplay starts. They let you kind of prep for a second, right? But during the Krauser cutscene, you could do that. But I just pulled that knife
right?
out. I pulled that knife out, and I was just kind of the whole time edging him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sizing with him,
Nice.
and just
Oh,
and the cool thing is like the movements actually feel like during that fight they probably work better than any other time in the game.
Right.
Not so much of this. They don't make you do this very much.
Good.
But there's like they'll make you spread your arms. They'll make you do them both up, do them both down, do a single one to the side, either way, up or down. You know, and it all felt really fucking cool.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
So in that moment, I was feeling it. That's
Hell yeah.
but
dude.
overall, game's awesome. Sucks it doesn't have the mercenaries, but I could tell
It's
that
coming.
it's succeeded because as soon as I beat the game, I was like, starting another game.
No,
Like,
nice.
okay.
Of course
Okay,
you are.
yeah.
Nice.
I gotta be a professional, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Trey, what you been up to?
Oh man, not really a lot. We started watching The Walking Dead again. I've watched it. My fiance has not, and so it's one of those things that, like, the legacy of the show, and I guess the fact that it's still going on, it kind of turned her off of watching it. You know what I'm saying? And I
can
completely understand that.
Yeah.
Right? But we cannot forget that at one point in time, it was a very good show.
Right,
You
yeah.
know? So I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, we're just going to throw it on. And I
Yeah.
knew this was going to happen. We're going to throw it on. She's going to get hooked.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. And
Because
then
the
it's
first
just
few
gonna be
seasons.
the next episode. Next
Dude,
episode,
we powered
next
through season
episode.
1 in a night. We went at season
Wow.
1 and like
Oh,
3
yeah.
episodes into season 2. And one. That's what happened to my Sunday last week.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I'm recovering from playing Melty.
Melty, yeah.
And then the next day is nothing but The Walking Dead.
Oh, nice.
And so we've been going through that. We are now in season 2 at the point where, they open up Herschel's barn.
Yeah.
And, Shane goes ham. He's just like, you want to survive. You got to fight for it. And because, they always do those extra head movements. Even if they're still not saying anything.
People on
they're
that
just
show
like-
are just a bit extra. Now.
especially like, Rick and Shane.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Our hard asses.
They got the chicken
And-
neck though.
Oh, the whole time. Well, it's the whole upper body. Sometimes,
that's
like,
right.
the whole thing just leans down. They're, like, looking at you, and they're just like, I'm like, well, that'd be hard to have a conversation with. They'd be like,
Exactly. It's
if you
just
could
like,
stop doing that, I could
settle.
really, for real. It's like, you're so serious. And it's like, that. Of course, that's why Glenn is not the tough guy, and Maggie's over there trying to be like, they look at you like a joke. And, he's
keep
just
bobbing
like,
around.
Well,
You
no,
gotta
I mean,
quit
no.
bobbing
The problem with Glenn is that Glenn just talks to you like a normal dude. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like, no, man, you can't be a main character and do that. You know what I'm
Unless
saying?
you're slaying.
You got to lean into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And so, but Shane opens up the barn. You got to fight for it. And then, of course, all the zombies come out. They kill the zombies. And then out comes Sophia. So that's the last episode that we watched, which
Okay.
super heavy, man. Super
yeah.
heavy. Really good stuff. As far as gaming, I haven't really played a lot this week. I've been I got a gaming PC. Bing, bing, bing.
Nice.
Oh, you did. You picked that up
with an Oculus Rift.
Oh,
bing, bing.
wait, you got
so
it with
I downloaded it.
You mean you actually purchased it?
I have it. I have it, and so I have Half-Life Alyx downloaded, ready to go. I spent a little time with Scarlet
that I didn't
Nexus.
show it to you then.
Huh?
I'm really glad that you
Oh,
didn't.
no. That was one of those things I wasn't going to touch until it's time.
Oof.
You know, because when it's time, it's going to be time.
Man, just wait till you grab a bottle.
Dude,
It's going to be some dumbass shit. You're
it's
going to be like, what the
coming,
fuck
baby.
is this?
Uh-huh.
How did they do
what
this?
The fuck is Juice?
How did they do this?
Yeah, and so I spent a little bit of time with Scarlet Nexus, and then I spent a little bit of time.
I got that installed. I still haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games that, you know, after spending maybe like an hour or two getting into, it'll resonate with me more once I get into the story.
Looks good.
It
looks
is,
like it's got some combos on it too.
It does, and it's very, very, very anime. My only drawback, and this will probably melt away once I get into the game. It feels very much like a mobile game to me. It feels very much like. Did you ever play Honkai Impact?
No.
You know, it's kind of, people like to
those.
say it's like Devil May Cry, and I'm like, no, please don't do that. Just because it has
I
combos
know about it,
doesn't make it Devil May Cry, right?
Exactly.
And so, but I mean, it's one of those games where it's like you're super sexy waifu, and you're running around just like, you know, slashing shit up.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
But it has that same just feel to it that kind of puts me off a little bit. But the combat system is really cool. You can actually use telekinetic abilities. So while you're sitting there fighting people, you can also grab like a school bus from behind them and like smash them into the enemies, you know?
That's
so it's
cool.
kind of dope.
Yeah.
I also started Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
How's
you
that?
bought it?
Well, it came to me in an arrangement.
Okay.
And so it really worked out
Yeah.
well in my favor.
There you go.
And so no, I didn't have to buy it, but it was a gift.
Oh, are you on his Steam account?
Yes.
Okay,
but
cool.
that
Because you can share.
I guess
you can share
since
whole
we're going all the way
libraries.
into this, I purchased a machine from a friend of mine, and he purchased a new gaming rig. But with his new rig, he got Guardians of the Galaxy for free. So yeah, I wasn't going to go into all that. I didn't think it was pertinent
No, I
information.
got you.
But
That's
at the
how
same
I
time,
got Valhalla. Got
Right.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I bought a processor that came with it.
Exactly,
you know.
because that's not worth paying for. But at the same time, like I started playing Guardians, man, and you know, cranked all the settings up. It was fantastic. I was ready to go, and then the game started, and I got stuck because you know, when you start that game, and I don't really consider this a spoiler. Do you care?
No.
I mean,
No.
it's the very first thing that happens. You start the game as Peter Quill,
Right.
and as a child, and you're laying in bed listening to Star-Lord, listening to the album from the band Star-Lord,
Yeah.
where
Right.
his name comes from, his namesake, and he is looking at a lyric sheet, and there's two sides to the lyric sheet, all with full lyrics for this album, and they're accurate to the album, right? So I'm sitting there listening to this music, and I'm reading the lyrics, and I just got stuck, man. I listened to like maybe 5 tracks. I was listening to the whole album. I'm like, man, I'm about to run this whole
At least
album.
you got stuck in a good way.
I know,
Right,
right?
okay.
I know, right? I was just like, oh, this is high. I'm like, but this is also problematic for people like me who, you know, I'm
Who are
like,
just
dude.
gonna-
Dude, like, I respect that
gonna
level of detail.
It's
Oh,
like
hell
playing
yeah.
the guitar in The
And-
Last of Us too. It's like,
Yeah.
why'd you give me this? I
You get-
wanted to
and now-
shoot stuff.
Exactly.
Now I gotta
Now
do
I
this.
gotta do it. I have this toy. Let me go ahead and see if I can play Hurt.
Right.
You know,
damn.
and so I right did that. But no, and so I did, man. I sat there and listened to it. And I'm really impressed. The soundtrack is. It's there. Like when you first start the game. Well, when I first started the game, it might be random. I was immediately rickrolled. They hit me with they hit me with Never Gonna Give You Up immediately, and I was just like,
Hell
God
yeah,
damn it,
they
man, I hate
did.
this
That's
game.
awesome.
And so, maybe I'll spend more time actually getting to the gameplay.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
but,
so you can't touch on that. But
yeah, exactly right. But that
But-
intro is hype.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. That music
Wow.
is solid.
Yeah.
You know, for real.
Hell yeah.
Well, they actually did, because Star-Lord is a fictional band.
Right,
But they actually, it's like Death Clock, right? Like they actually made a whole album for this fictional band that they've referenced for years and years
That's
and
cool.
years.
Yeah.
And that's just a really cool touch. You
Yeah.
know? So I'm hype about it.
Well,
I'm hype about it.
I'm gonna share my Steam library with you.
Okay.
So then you'll have all of my games.
I've got here's the problem, man. It's like I think that this purchase will really show its benefit in the future.
Yeah.
I think because my main focus is video editing.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know,
Right.
having more tools in that direction. But when I go through, because he has a library of like maybe like 700 different games, whatever.
Oh yeah.
My problem is I go through it and I'm like, played it, played it.
Oh, yeah.
Played it. And then, so there are things that I would play just to see them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine. But I'm also coming from a PS5, so I'm not coming from like squalor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
it's not really worth it for me to really go back and look at Skyrim again. You know, it's not worth it for me.
Yeah,
like
but it would be worth it for you to get Fallout 4 in VR.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I have a shit ton of VR games.
Right.
I think I have like 70 VR games on Steam.
Right. But see, even a lot of the PC VR games, I've
like
already
Until
played.
You Fall, or like
exactly.
Yeah,
now, Until You Fall, I would definitely play again because having sticks would change everything, right?
Hey,
but in a lot of
did you play
regards,
In Death yet?
Oh,
dude,
no.
yeah,
Wait, wasn't In Death on the?
It's on all of it. It's
yeah.
On
that was on the. God, I keep forgetting the name of that thing. What was the cheap one that you put your phone into?
Oh, really? It was on that?
Yeah. In Death was on there.
VR.
The Gear VR,
Wow.
Galaxy Gear. So I think In Death was back there, In Space, all that stuff. And so I've seen a lot of these things.
Yeah.
I thrive
Alex,
on
though,
new.
man. It's
I thrive
Alex.
on new.
Mhm.
Alex is everything. Alex
I got a
is
handful of things that you'll want to check out, but I know what you mean because I've had that same thing happen with getting somebody's Steam library. It's like, am I going to go back and play all these fucking games? Especially when somebody has basically purchased like all of the whatever series. Oh, you got every Counter-Strike.
Right.
I'm not playing any of those.
I'm not playing all of them.
I'm not even going to play the new one.
Right. It's like, okay, you've got Overwatch. Well, I've spent, tons of hours in Overwatch.
On another, you know,
and so,
you know what's super funny, though? Is when you fucking play something on the PC with this mentality of like, yeah, it's the PC version, then you're like, man, this is no better. It doesn't even look fucking better.
And that's the thing, man. It's like he's my dude, but like he is very much a PC gamer.
He's a PC dude.
And in the regard that like if you say anything like, okay, well, I played that. He's like, well, no, you haven't played it yet.
No,
and it's like
you haven't played it.
Bro,
You played it on
like,
PC.
okay, right. And I'm like, I get it, but I'm an Omni gamer, dude. I'm not like strictly console. I'm not a PlayStation guy. I'm not an Xbox guy. If it games, I game on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I appreciate the entire expanse of gaming. Like that's my thing. And
you
so
need to do the
it
weird
can be
shit,
frustrating, right? I want
weird
that different.
shit.
I want that different.
You
shit.
need to load up the Dolphin
I want
emulator
Shooty Fruity.
and play.
You know what I'm saying? I want that weird shit, dude. I want you to make me think differently. And
Yeah,
so, but I'm excited. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a whole new world.
A whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Hold your breath. It gets better.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, y'all.
So, what about you, Boot Scoot?
I haven't really been gaming that much, but I did get into Doom Patrol finally.
Oh, okay.
That show is actually surprisingly good.
Okay.
Like, I mean, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Is it season 2?
It's got 3 seasons.
3.
now.
Oh, okay.
It's got 3 seasons.
Wait, 3 seasons and concluded, or is there a 4th?
I don't know if it's concluded yet.
Okay.
I just started the 3rd season this morning.
Cool.
So, but I've been running through it, and it's very weird.
Well,
The way like it's obviously it's a lot more character focused. I feel. Rather than they're about to get into a big fight scene, because a lot of the fight scenes kind of just peter out, and it really is leaning into the comedy, but it's leaning into a lot of very weird comedy. They love to put in as many curse words as they possibly can in one frame, especially Brandon Fraser, who plays Robot Man.
I was about to say, break it down. Like, so what exactly is Doom Patrol all about?
So Doom Patrol, you have these like misfit, superheroes living in this house together. It's kind of let's say like
the real world.
Almost, it's like the real world.
What was that cartoon?
Dude, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember it.
Dude,
what the fuck is that cartoon?
That.
Where it's
shit.
What is that?
Drawn together.
Drawn together.
Yes, boy.
Drawn together.
Yes.
Because you remember the one that's basically Betty Boop, but she was like a hard alcoholic. I love her
so
much.
good.
Dude,
I'm gonna watch that. Thank you.
And the princess is like,
together.
did you know that sucking my cock is a federal offense? Punishable by fuck you.
So it's like that.
It's kind of like that.
Okay, it's drawn together with DC characters.
So there's Robot Man played by Brandon Fraser. Robot Man played by Brandon Fraser, which is great.
You mean Encino Man?
Encino Man. Played by Encino Man. Crazy Jane, which I love her character. She's just multiple personalities. She's got like 26, 29 different personalities, and each one has a different power.
Oh, whoa.
So what are they just, she's randomly one of these personalities?
There's a primary, and then depending on the situation or depending on what's happening, she'll switch.
So she switches at will.
Sometimes.
Or do they force themselves onto the surface?
Sometimes.
Right, like United
it's
States,
my turn.
Well, United States of Terra, that's what would happen with her.
Yeah.
It can be nebulous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you have Larry, who's like this mummy dude. Who's basically radiated, and his bandages keep his radiation in check, but he also has a space spirit that lives within inside him.
Okay,
yeah,
let's go.
That he can shoot out, and it does things.
Space ghost.
Space ghost. And then potentially my favorite character of the whole fucking series, Rita, who is Elastigirl.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, and she's just all of these characters are from different parts of time.
Yeah.
You know, and she's from like 1950s, very bourgeois fucking actress or whatever from like 1950s.
Cool.
So she's
Yeah.
very,
You got a Lady Dimitrescu.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of. But it's just like, you know, like they're dealing with like an apocalypse in one episode, and she's just like, we're going to stop the apocalypse, and then I'm going home. I'm going to make a very strong Manhattan and go to bed. So she's very much that character, and I fucking love her. Every time she's on screen, she's a joy.
That sounds great.
But yeah. It's a fun show. It's fun to watch. So I've been doing that. Last night I downloaded Voice of Cards.
Yeah.
Started playing that.
Dude.
That's super rad.
Awesome.
Streamed a little bit this morning. So I'll be streaming more of that, guys. So, you know, LazerPunch.
Well, you showed me that DLC that you got.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So there's the base game, and then it comes with some DLC.
Yeah.
Now, the DLC currently is just cosmetic, to where you can customize like the backs of cards, the table you're playing on, because this is basically like a JRPG, but you're playing it like a tabletop card game. Essentially.
Yeah, but you can change the table, and you can
change
the
table,
dice, and you can change the...
Yeah, and it's made by the guy who did Nier.
Yeah, Yoko Taro. Yeah, totally.
Made by Yoko Taro, so there's
crazy bastard.
Like you can give the character
Why
Nier.
you make you be so thick? He's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
I like women.
That's right. But you can change the characters to either pixel graphics. Or you can give them the Nier costumes.
Of course
Yeah.
you can.
You know?
Well, but the music.
Them booty
man.
shorts.
Oh yeah. And you can
Well, of course.
And you and
yeah,
part
that
of,
also comes with the territory.
And the
Yeah.
music is so good, dude. I literally this morning, if you look at my stream, there's like 3 minutes where all I'm doing is sitting at the title screen.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not doing anything except listening to the music.
See, so
like,
y'all
it's so
had
good.
some music features in
Pretty
your
much.
game streams. Is that right?
Yeah. So they're gonna mute your shit.
Right.
I don't care. That shit was hype.
That's funny.
Yeah, you got to just keep talking over it. That's the secret.
Do they even
I wasn't talking.
Will they do that
Yeah.
with just the game's background music?
Depending on what it is, if it's a licensed track, then the odds are very likely yes.
So what if you remake it?
Things like that would work. That would
actually
trigger
negate
that.
it?
Exactly, that would work.
So it's algorithmic.
Yes,
right?
it is. Yes, because it's like
Okay.
if you're playing something like Beat Saber, or like Synth Riders, where there are these licensed songs, then I mean you can play them like during your stream. People can hear it, but they're gonna mute it once you finish it, so people can't go back and watch it. You know, if they weren't there live for it. However, something like Electronauts, where you're manipulating the music, is totally fine.
It's no problem
because the algorithm can't find exactly. It won't match the song to that.
See, I've been wondering that. I've really thought about doing some streams where I just jam over video game music.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, am I going to have to remake the backing tracks to make it work?
As long as you're altering that audio, which is why talking over songs works
good
very
enough,
well.
yeah.
Exactly. And so as long as you keep
So the robots
talking-
can't tell.
Exactly. You gotta trick them. And so, but it makes it very frustrating if you want to stream some beats.
But beyond that,
Ooh.
in between Doom Patrol,
Are those
Those are
silver
very-
records?
These are very large CDs.
They look like silver records, but they are not silver records. There's a movie on there. I got my Birdie the Mighty laser disc.
Birdie.
This is crazy, dude.
I'm really happy about it.
Yes,
Show you
boss.
this. It's like, You
Thanks,
know?
Brady.
I'm not gonna go through it. This is like this is number 2. You know, all good, and I'll show you. They come with.
This is not
these,
Christmas, man. This is Halloween. You're not supposed to.
Well, that one's got
with-
a Halloween
Oh.
picture.
That's why I pulled this one.
Flip it over.
They got
I don't think it's
No,
just.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
there's anything
it's
back there,
upside
is it? Okay.
these. You probably can't see them.
I like how your hands over the image.
Exactly.
He's
That's
good.
totally
Yeah,
dope.
hey, you know, I'm looking at the Halloween image.
It's 'cause Scott's a
There's
hand
the
model.
Halloween image.
He is now.
They got those with concept art on these boys. See? Concepts.
On all of them.
With all of them. And so, yeah, in between Doom Patrol and, playing Voice of Cards, I've just been having these in my lap and just looking at them.
Now remember,
I mean, they're pretty awesome.
He does not have
Hey,
not
a
own
laser
Hey,
disc
hey,
player.
hey, show everybody what a laser disc looks like. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like there are a
yeah.
lot of people who have never seen a laser disc.
It's a silver record.
It's a silver record. I mean, it is a fucking silver record. I gotta be careful pulling these out.
Yeah.
So this is what a laser disc looks like. And there's so much, like, protective shit,
As well, there should be.
you know. This is a laser disc.
And it's not just. Can you put it right
Put it,
next
like,
to your
near
head?
your head, yeah,
Put it
exactly.
right near your head. Yeah.
Wait,
you
wait, other way.
other way. Yeah.
gotta hold it.
Don't ding it. You see, it's a big ass disc.
It's
That's not
just a
just.
big-
It
yeah.
wasn't.
Behind your
It wasn't just big.
See?
But
The halo?
see. Oh, holy Scott!
But anyway, so that's. I do not own a laser disc player, but I wanted these, and I'm probably gonna.
I mean, it's dope, dude. I can't lie.
I've opened a door I can't close. I'm probably gonna get more. Like, I can't,
Well, you know what? When I go to thrift stores, I'm gonna keep my eyes open for a laserdisc
if you
player
see
because
like-
I really did. I saw a laserdisc player that had like 2 movies with him, and one of the movies was fucking Alien. I really should have because it was
should've.
That's
$75
probably my favorite
for
color
it with 2
cover right
laser
there.
discs, and I was
I
like,
like that one.
Oh.
I just didn't have it. I
Right.
didn't have it at the time, man.
Yeah.
you know,
It'd be like that.
it'd be like
oh wait,
that.
wait,
you
no,
know?
no. Actually, this one's my favorite cover because it's got my boy Gomez.
Gomez.
Hey, Gomez.
Gomez
that's
one of those
that's our
characters
that's our tarantula's
in
name.
the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Gomez in the OVA.
Is it just because he looks like a mustache? Is that why you
Yeah,
said it?
right.
No, he's transitioned to a she, and
Oh.
she just
But
furry.
Gomez is
big
one
and
of,
furry.
Gomez is one of those characters that you kind of see in the background, and he does have speaking parts.
Yeah.
And he's obviously a badass, but throughout the OVA, which is what this is, and the reboot series Decode, he doesn't actually do that much. But you can tell.
Gomez, he doesn't have to.
But you can tell because everybody talks about him like he's this super badass, and it's one of those things where you never actually see him go ham, but you know if he does,
He's an implied beast.
whoever's on the other end of his ham
Mhm.
is just done.
They're
They're done. And so maybe that's something that happens in the manga. I don't know. That shit hasn't been translated, but one of these days,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Wait,
But yeah.
man, I hate it. I hate it. How much of that we've had that just is shit that's not translated yet.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. It's one of these days. One of these days.
Well, we're having some.
One
choppy
of these
bit
days, Alice,
Yeah.
to the
Bang!
moon,
Zoom straight to the moon.
dude.
Hey, if
that was a
anybody's,
different
uh,
time.
That's not an astronaut. That's
You know.
a TV comedian.
Yeah,
he was just using domestic abuse.
Well, it happened all the time.
space
It's just
travel.
like Green Acres when he's like, "You are my wife," and she's like, "Goodbye, city life." Like it all just goes. Like Jesus Christ, what were y'all?
It just said the thing about the low latency. I think it's just on my end. Would you guys mind telling me if it's choppy on your side?
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
it
please.
looks, it
Sorry
looks
if
choppy.
it's choppy, guys. It is
Yeah.
raining, or at least
Oh, it
it's
is
cloudy.
a gray
Yeah.
day.
we
I saw 4 wrecks on the way here. One of which these all of a sudden I'm driving and then I see something in the middle of the road. I'm like, oh, what's that? And it's just like one of those giant trash bins that you'll see outside of like restaurants or apartment complexes. And I'm like, okay, well, let's swerve around that, And then I see another one and then another one, and they're across several different lanes.
Oh,
and so you're having to
So they
zigzag.
just fell off the back of a truck.
Absolutely. And then all of a sudden I
Oh.
see the truck and he's pulled over on the left shoulder. of all places to pull over in a big ass truck on the left shoulder, which means that the entire truck can't fit onto the shoulder.
Right.
And all these people are having to just zig and zag all around. Like, I know on the way back there's going to be some trouble. Like, I know. Yeah. So happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Great.
Stay safe.
Every time it fucking rains, man.
Anyways, guys, we may be having some trouble with the stream, but
Yeah,
if
let
for
us
some
know.
reason, let us know if for some reason we do dip out. You can always go watch this video later on YouTube.
Not to crash you guys, but like, can you switch that over to low latency mode without it stopping the stream?
I don't
know.
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean it said a thing, but yeah, see, it says advanced menu settings, disable low latency mode. I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Do we want to do that now?
Yeah, I would close that screen out.
I'm just gonna stop looking at it.
Yeah, don't look at it.
But you're not.
This is my job.
I know. I also know you. You know. I also know you. Anyway, news jutsu.
News jutsu.
Wait.
I've newsed.
News jutsu.
Oh,
You can't whip that one out fast.
Right, for real, dude.
I haven't gotten that good with it yet.
It's like throw up blood, bro. I'm like, come on.
Really,
dude.
I know.
No repping on the set.
I could do that at one point.
I can make a U with my tongue.
So, news.
Yeah, this PlayStation event happened. The State of
Play?
Play.
Yeah. It was what it was.
It was.
You know, it's funny. There are a lot of people that are, kind of upset about it, irritated, saying that it was, meh, and it was meh.
I thought it was meh.
It was meh adjacent.
I'm not upset.
I think, like, honestly, Sony's given us so much information over the past 6 months. What else do they have to show? Like, I was hoping for maybe some Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah,
that'd be great. But right now, honestly, Square Enix doesn't have to do that because Endwalker's the big deal right now, right? So why overshadow that?
What's
they also
that
have
other
Forspoken,
game?
exactly,
Forspoken,
right?
that's it,
They have
yeah.
all these things that they've already shown us, and so like, what does it really matter? Like, we got some Bug Snacks info, so we got some free Bug Snacks DLC.
Cool.
I'm with that life.
Big snacks.
Absolutely, big snacks, boy. I do like. I platinum that game. I'm all about it. And so we also got the Dolores reveal for King of Fighters 15.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that
She
was
looks
she looks really good. Absolutely. And we're gonna have an open beta on the
awesome.
19th, 20th, and 21st.
Hell
of
yeah,
November.
we'll have to get on that.
Yeah.
And so well, I'll be tracking
mean,
in Walker. Yeah, I'm just like everything. I need everything to come out before the 19th because after the 19th, I'm done. Just goodbye. But we got that. And outside of that, it was just kind of.
Yeah.
I guess they told us that the little Among Us alike is going to be free.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and I mean, is that just PS5 or is that PS4 as well?
I think it's just PS5.
Oh, too bad. I was gonna say we could all play it and hate on it.
Well, there is the Knockout City.
Yeah.
Well, that's
okay.
Yeah. So that one is like dodgeball. I think that one's cross-plat. And so that'll be really fun. Team of 3. It goes 3v3 or 4v4.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it's like Splatoon meets God, what's it? Windjammers, kind of.
Windjammers,
Yeah. Like you have to pick like the different ways you throw the ball, et cetera, et cetera. You can actually use your companions as a ball too. So like if you can't find one in the field, your companion
just run
can
up to
ball
one of your other guys and
take
them
and
up
charge them up, and it's dope. And so I think it was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there, but it was also like 40 minutes, which most of it was kind of fluff. And then there was that weird thing with the band.
Yeah, that weird game with the band where I was going like, what are they fucking going for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like some band's going to have a interactive experience or...
Yeah, but is it an actual band?
I think it is.
Because that's the way they were implying it, as though this is some band I don't know shit
It sounded
about.
like it was a band who probably isn't a band, but they want us to believe they're a band, and so they're saying that they're a band.
We're a band.
Like, we're a band.
But,
it's like, but all right.
It sounds like you guys are game developers. They wish you were a band.
For real.
But it seems like it's a what am I trying to say? Why can I never think of this style of game?
It's not rhythm action.
No,
what are you thinking?
no. It's like the
visual novel.
Visual
novel.
Yeah.
I cannot put visual novel in my head. I'm telling you.
Right.
It seems like it's a visual novel, and
I can't put visual novels on my console.
Yeah.
Can you not? Is that really a thing?
No, I mean I could,
Yeah.
But my Switch might immediately reject it.
It'll hate you after
Yeah,
that. What have you done?
Why did you put this on here?
I mean, honestly, it does
Whatever,
seem
hey,
like
man.
it seems like the Switch would be the perfect console.
It actually
for
might be.
visual
Yeah.
novels.
Not hating. Oh well, I am hating on it.
I heard
But,
that.
but that's just my own biases.
Right.
Yeah, but no, this looks like a visual novel. So, is it choppy on your side? Yeah, real bad.
Yeah.
Is it worth us, because we have one viewer right now, is it worth us
we lost one.
turning on the low latency mode? Or
we can
turning
give it a
that shit
shot.
off?
We can give it a shot. Now, I mean,
Technical
now the
difficulties,
truth of the matter
give us
is
a
like
second.
service is always kind of spotty out here anyway.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, the screen's blurring, and it.
Normal latency.
Yeah, now we're loading. Then it goes for a second, and then we're choppy. Now we're clear, and now we're not.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that fixed it, guys.
Yeah.
Give us a second.
I just hope that while playing it back, it doesn't blur like this over and over.
Oh well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Well, I just turned off the low latency mode, and now it looks like we're just lower frame rate. But it actually looks.
Yeah.
It looks better though. Yeah, I don't know. We just got that shit bit rate. That shit
All
rate.
right. Shit rate.
We're just
Shit
gonna have to
rate
deal with
heard.
it. Sorry. You can always check us out on
YouTube,
On YouTube.
Spotify, Anchor,
Yep.
Google Podcasts, a bunch of places.
They won't have this problem.
Yep.
That's right.
I'm gonna stop looking at this because it's not
Yeah,
doing any
yeah,
good.
look-
No, this
don't
is just
quit looking at it.
Yeah.
It's just-
right.
So this Oculus event.
Yeah, so there was also an Oculus event where
Oculus.
well,
Who's that?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Facebook is now becoming Meta.
They're so
That
meta,
just
bro.
doesn't
That-
sound
They're
right.
so meta, bro.
When
I don't know.
when
I think it's
think about it,
foreboding.
and when I say it, it just makes me feel gross.
Nah, I think it's
Yeah.
just foreboding. Man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right?
It's like he might as well just call it Skynet. You know what I'm saying? Just say it. Just come out and say it. It's like we're Skynet now.
That's
It's
the
like,
problem here, dude. Is that like so for those who don't know, Facebook as an umbrella company, like they're not the head anymore. Now the company is called Meta. Meta owns Facebook.
Meta is the
owns
umbrella
Oculus.
that
Instagram,
Instagram, WhatsApp, all that stuff.
That's it. Yeah, you got it. And so Mark Zuckerberg came up on stage and basically rattled off this whole concept, and most of the show was about this singular idea: is the metaverse. We're going to move past what the internet is now to this point to where we have endlessly interactable VR space. I mean, it's Ready Player One. That's the thing, is that anybody that knows anything about sci-fi, anybody that's seen or heard about Ready Player One is going to hear this concept and go, oh no.
Yeah. That combined with like little Minority Report.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
This
is the path to that dystopian future that we've all feared our entire childhoods.
It's
Right.
fucking bad.
Yeah. And then you've got, of course, Elon Musk over here
with the Neuralink
with the,
and all
Neuralink, and then all of the Tesla bots, and so the future is nigh.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the thing about this Oculus Connect or whatever, this Facebook event, whatever, the Meta event, is that mostly he rattled on about this concept, but there was also man, what the fuck's the new headset called? It's Project something. It's not what the new headset's gonna be
Project
called.
Cambria.
That's
it.
it.
You would remember
I was
that.
about to say,
you would
you wanna
remember
know
that.
how I remember that?
For real. I knew the second I heard it, I was like, Scott loves this.
That's
You know?
Oh, as soon as I saw it, I was just like, I'm not even gonna have to think hard.
That's cool. So Project Cambria is their next headset, and there's a bunch of cool things that they've got going on with it.
Yeah, being
facial
able to,
tracking and eye
track
tracking
your
and-
facial expressions, like
track-
down to the letter. Like Yeah, like even subtle nuances in the way that your like eyebrows move,
whole
like
body
that.
movement.
Yeah.
You know, the controllers have cameras on them, so that you're never gonna lose tracking.
And they'll never lose tracking of you.
And they'll never lose tracking of you or your room.
Or your room, yep.
Or your room.
Or wherever you go.
Yeah. Where you work.
And
Cambria's always watching.
right.
Oh, sorry. Meta's always
Oh,
watching.
that's even. Oh, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
terrifying.
Makes you-
I just feel like 20 years down the line,
you
we're gonna
feel
look back
gross.
on this moment and be like, "We saw it happening. We saw it," and everybody was like, "That sounds cool."
Well, there's the positive sides to it,
Of course,
right? So
Yeah.
number one,
It's freaking awesome.
they're going to get rid of the Facebook login thing.
right?
They're going to
Well,
detether you
that's-
from
well,
needing a
that's-
Facebook login.
But what will the new login be?
Your Oculus login. Like
Right.
they've already kind of said this. They're just taking away the Facebook login thing.
Yeah, we're gonna see where it goes.
Right, we're gonna see where it goes.
This is still Scrooge McZug, man.
But-
yeah, exactly.
But then there's the side of it that's like
Can't forget that
Filling
part.
money, Vin.
He,
Filling them money.
he had to do
Vin.
this to break up his company. So that's the thing.
That's it. That's
the
it.
thing that we cannot forget about.
Yeah.
You know, like
Uh-huh.
these plans were already
Monopoly,
in
not
development.
Monopoly.
Exactly.
I've been thinking about this for a while. It's just giving me a reason to do it. But you know, he was talking about how one of the big goals, and this makes a lot of fucking sense, is you know, being able to establish meetings with people without having to go somewhere will
that's the way that you
just
spin it.
energy
That's the way that you
efficiency.
present it
Right.
in our current climate, because that's the biggest social hurdle that we have.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, okay, well, how about this? You don't have to get the band together. You know, y'all can just, you know, play in our virtual space.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well,
Yeah.
that does sound hot.
It sounds good,
You know?
right?
Mhm.
You know, being able to not have to take a business plane trip to go to that meeting or whatever, you know?
Right.
Like that's all shit that I can see, because I mean I think straight Ghost in the Shell.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
everybody's in the room having a meeting, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, we're done, cool, jim, and then it's
Yeah.
only one
It's
guy
like
in the
virtual
room.
Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to tell just standing in there. It's
Right.
real avatars, real facial movement, all this stuff. Yeah, sounds great.
Right.
It's also not now.
Exactly.
This is we're getting there, and
Well,
this
I mean,
whole
and-
conference was maybe in the next 5 years we'll have the metaverse completely up and
How
able.
many times
Next
have we
year this
heard
headset's
though?
coming out.
This has happened so many times with the whole like, well, more on the AR spectrum
Right.
of like, oh, well, here's a workspace,
Yeah.
and you can pinch this and drag this over here. Microsoft did the same thing, like what, like 7 years ago? Like,
yeah, but it was only okay.
you know, well,
Oculus
but
is
it's
showing that
looked
it
really
works
cool.
right now, because with the Quest 2
They-
you can do a lot of this.
Yeah,
You can do a lot of this.
Yeah.
Like the virtual desktop thing, the only problem with it in the Quest 2 is that it doesn't have color pass through,
Heard.
and the cameras are a little grainy. But with this, they want to make. I mean, he straight up said it's not going to look like your real vision,
Right.
But it's going to be a lot clearer to the point where you can pick up a phone outside and be able to read it, and
right,
shit like that.
But
you
he's
know?
also saying that this is going to be very high end tech.
very high.
Right.
So they're going for that high end price point. So I'm thinking like Vive, right, or like
the Index,
or
Yeah,
Index,
yeah.
or Valve Index,
maybe
right?
$1,000
Like,
fucking headset.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I know, and that's the problem I see here, because I'm gonna want it,
right,
but there's also PSVR 2,
right.
and I can't go spending, you know.
Well, but the difference is
all these
with this
headsets.
Project Cambria, whenever it does launch, a lot of the people that will have it will be those exec types.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like
Exactly.
CEOs, COOs of companies.
Yeah,
And
because that's
so-
who they're selling it to right now.
Right. You know,
That's-
it's really
they're
more
not-
of a
they're
business
not really
thing.
about to say they're not really selling it to, you know, gamers at this point.
I mean,
You know,
it seems like
or
they're
the
trying to
general
sell it.
public.
Our general
yeah.
public, yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
even as a social device, you would have it and then not have anybody to talk to because nobody else would have it.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I just want my VR games to look cleaner.
Oh,
That's all
well,
I give
yeah.
a shit about.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening right now is like, you know, Sony is going to take over that gaming division.
Yeah.
And Cambria now, or Meta,
Yeah.
they're going to go more for the social aspect.
Social,
you know, social
and
and
corporate.
normalization.
Yeah.
You know, and integrating this technology with our everyday lives.
Because I mean, I've seen a lot of people in the higher end design side of things, and they'll buy an Index and they'll do that stuff to like design cars and stuff like
Right.
that. Because I mean, you know, you sculpt a car and you're actually able to sit in the motherfucker.
And there's a
and
model.
go, yeah, it's amazing. It's
Yo,
an
what
amazing
up?
idea. What up?
Yo, Don, hey, how's the stream looking, man?
Yeah, I think we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weather's
Shit
kind
says
of
unstable.
shite over here. Are we choppy? Are we blurry?
I don't know.
Probably.
Tell us what's up, Don.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
thank you for joining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always good to see you, bro.
So,
but on that, because we can just go ahead and knock this out. I don't know if it's on the list or not, but they also announced
free PS.
well, I guess we'll just skip right there to it. San Andreas for Oculus Quest.
yeah.
Which is
It's crazy.
great idea. You know, like they've been talking about VR and Grand Theft Auto for a long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of us still expect VR in Grand Theft Auto 5 once PSVR 2 is released. I definitely expect that. And this is kind of pointing me in that direction where it's like, yeah, well, you know, this is definitely, it functions. It clearly functions, and so we'll probably see it. But on the other side, it's just like, Zuck, what are you doing? So basically, you're just taking all those games that we loved growing up. RE4 was, you know, just a sign of things to come, right? And so now San Andreas, you know. So it's like, okay, so what's next? You know, what other, you know, legendary franchise that we all know and love?
Give me a Sega light gun collection.
No, yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want all of that.
Time Crisis.
Time Crisis, House of the Dead.
Well, that's
There you
Namco.
go.
But
Still, I
House
don't
of the
care.
Dead. What was the other one? Virtual Cop.
Virtual Cop. That's really what I was thinking. Virtual Cop and House of the Dead.
Yeah.
The Aerosmith arcade.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh
I'm
my
just
god,
saying.
dude! What was the name of that game?
Or T2, the light gun.
T2 would be dope, man. Because
What's
I'm
the name
so
of that
sick
Aerosmith
of that game. God, dude, I see it. Project X.
Revolution
X.
Revolution X.
That was it.
Hell yeah. In VR.
You know,
Yeah,
please.
dude.
You know what I found over the course of my life? So many people hate Aerosmith.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people hate Aerosmith.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't
Hate
say that
Aerosmith.
I like love them or
I went through a
seek
phase
'em
where I
out.
loved them.
Yeah, or seek them out. But I mean, at the same time, if they come,
That's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is that there are several eras of Aerosmith.
I like 80s Aerosmith.
that were right.
Yeah,
you know
love,
what I'm saying?
love
Like,
some 80s
like
Aerosmith.
the hair metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. But then you got the sing well, sing
Yeah, the
for
like
year.
70s
The
more
70s
like,
more like, yeah.
theatrical Aerosmith,
Exactly, right?
And then
You
you
got
have the
Run
and then-
DMC.
right. That's the
And then
era
you
I
have,
dig. Like
I
the
was
80s.
crying when
Right.
I met you.
Right.
I'm
No, what's the fucking Armageddon song?
That's
like,
oh yeah.
What is
that
that
one too.
one?
That one
Yeah,
too.
dude. It's like Pump, man. Pump was amazing.
Dude,
Yo, I
fuck-
don't wanna fall asleep.
that is a
Cause I
great
miss you,
song.
baby.
I will die on that hill. That song is fucking
That's phenomenal
awesome.
too.
Yeah.
What was the one that they did with Alicia Silverstone? It was when she broke into acting and just being in the public eye. She was
What
on the
is
motorcycle.
that
That was
one?
crying. That was crying. Was that the crying video?
Is that
That was crying.
Really?
Wasn't it crying?
I don't know. I don't remember. I know.
I
I,
think-
know
I
what you're
think it was
talking about. I
Trying.
don't remember what song
Maybe.
it is.
Yeah, dude, because it had Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone together, and it was just
Oh.
like, boy, the world was not ready for that.
Yeah, really.
You know, like Jesus. Because I mean, look, say what you want about Steven Tyler. If it weren't for that man,
Liv
we would
Tyler
not have
wouldn't
Liv
exist.
Tyler.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway,
Thank you, Steven.
thank you, Steve.
Your big ass mouth.
Thank you, Steven.
Oh damn.
So, Trailer Danger.
Dude.
Trailer Danger. So
Lightyear.
Lightyear
this
looks
is interesting.
good.
this is really interesting.
Yeah.
This is like I said to Scott. This is the kind of thing that I would have never asked for.
right.
But now that I see it, I'm like, yeah, I
It's
do.
a great
want
idea.
it.
want
It's a
it.
great
Yeah.
idea, and because I mean, the whole premise of Buzz Lightyear
Yeah.
is that he's a action figure from a movie series.
From a movie series or a TV show.
Or a
'Cause
TV
remember
show.
that Buzz Lightyear animated show that they had for a
Right.
while?
Well, he's
Yeah.
basically like, you know, he's like Voltron or
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Yeah,
like
totally.
exactly. So he's gonna have spin-off after spin-off. Like
Yeah.
he's super popular in that world.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, he was a part of maybe a live action movie, but here's that movie that he's from.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so we got what, Chris Pratt.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Evans.
Chris Evans. Chris Pratt's doing.
Not
It's
Star
me.
Lord. It's Captain America.
Yeah.
it's,
yeah. I was thinking Mario. That's what
oh my
Don
god.
says it's looking good, so thank you, Don.
Looking good.
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
We were worried. Now we can quit worrying.
I actually think that flipping that little switch did help.
Yeah,
Heard
I
that.
think we're just
Yeah.
on a little
Nope.
bit of a delay.
That's gonna
But
be it.
anyways, yeah, but the thing that I took from this trailer the most is how it's not trying to look like Toy Story.
Absolutely.
You know, it
Yeah.
is very much doing its own thing.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
doing itself a big service doing that too.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Because it like immediately when you see this, you're like, well, that's Buzz, but
But-
this feels more weighty. It has more impact.
Well,
I bet
and I
it's
was
gonna,
gonna
it's gonna
say
end
that,
with
is
like
this-
Andy watching the movie.
Oh,
and playing
That
with
would be
his
cool.
toys,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Kind of play up the meta-ness of it.
Yeah.
But
The
you know who
meta?
this is?
Oh God! No.
Now you can't say the fucking
Now I
word
can't
anymore.
fucking say it
Exactly.
anymore,
Dude,
guys.
that,
It's like
that might be the
suck,
death of
dude.
the term.
It's like saying
Fuck
the
you,
trump
Scrooge
card.
McDuck.
Right?
Fucked it up, right?
Exactly.
Fucked it up.
I hardly ever use that
Can't
term
say
anymore.
it anymore.
But
True.
again, like
True.
bouncing off of like the way that they're doing the style and the way that this trailer feels and like how this movie's probably gonna feel. You know who this is for, right? This isn't for any kids in the audience. This is for us.
It's for us.
It's for us.
This is for
it's
us,
for the
man.
people who
Facts.
grew up
Also,
on that
Toy
first
Story.
movie.
you notice
Yeah.
notice
Yeah.
it's not Tim Allen.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
of course it's not Tim Allen.
Now,
Well,
why, of course,
well,
is it not
because
Tim Allen?
because
huh?
that action
Why?
figure is a parody of Buzz Lightyear.
Nah,
in the
it's
universe.
not
Well, in,
that.
in that universe,
That's in
but
that
yeah,
universe.
okay, all right,
It's because people fucking hate Tim Allen.
right,
Nah,
yes,
right?
facts,
Now. Yeah.
right,
No reason to hate him,
yeah,
but they fucking hate Tim
Well,
Allen.
yeah. Well, I think it was the smartest choice, man, because I mean,
Right?
it really
Gets the stank off him. Everybody loves
Absolutely.
Chris Evans.
Everybody loves
Yeah.
Chris
He's
Evans.
fucking Captain America.
Exactly, exactly. So it's gonna be a much more serious Buzz,
Yeah, yeah.
which should be a lot of fun, man.
Man.
You
Should
know,
be good.
I'm hyped for it.
So,
I'm hyped
and
for
then the second one's gonna be called Buzzkills.
it. Oh, right.
What's up?
Please. Please.
Oh, golf clap?
That's
Golf clap.
Is that a slow clap though?
The king clap.
nice. Oh my god.
God, so GTA trilogy.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Everybody's-
we already
everybody's
touched
mixed
on
up.
this a little bit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
the
well,
San
that was
Andreas
before we
VR,
actually
yeah.
had the actual trailer.
Well, yeah.
where they
Right.
showed the old graphics versus the new graphics.
They did.
right?
And I like the way it looks.
I like it as well. Now the character models do look a little
They look a little wacky.
They look a little fucky. But I mean, that's to be expected, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not going to go back and remodel all those.
No. It's an
characters,
open world
you know.
fucking game.
Exactly, and
It's
and
unreasonable.
3 of them,
Yeah.
and they're all huge,
Yeah.
and varied, and there's no way.
If they're not
but-
broken, we're gonna be lucky.
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
Yeah, for real.
And so, but I think it looks great.
I think it looks
I
cool.
think they look
I
really
really
cool.
like it. Yeah.
And especially like Vice City. Like
Yeah.
I think Vice City looks phenomenal.
Well,
And
yeah.
this
because
is
that
a-
game really just needed that, like better
just
lighting,
need about
better
to say,
lighting,
it just
better
needed just a
model.
little polish because
Right.
it already looked good.
Exactly.
You know, it was already visually appealing.
And
it just
dude,
needed a little.
they actually
just
they've
you know,
but
little
they've
wax
done
on,
a
wax
lot
off.
with the lighting side of it. They've done a lot.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
huge.
people were really appreciating just how much because they're looking at the fugly models and being like, "Yuck!" Instead of realizing like, well, these games have always been cartoony,
Right, yeah.
Up until GTA 4,
Exactly.
Grand Theft Auto was fucking cartoony looking,
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Before
And-
you can go bowling with Roman.
right, yeah.
Right.
But like, I don't mind the models so much, and I really love the lighting. I loved the muzzle flares, and I
Yeah.
love the reflections, and I loved the way all that shit looks.
And it's
you know?
easy to forget just how deep those games. I know you're not a GTA fan.
You know.
Yeah. But it's easy to forget just how deep those games really were. Like,
Right.
like San Andreas had a system where you could actually gain weight. So
Oh,
you could run around
totally,
and you could just
dude.
like get fat as fuck, bro.
Or you could get ripped.
Or you can get ripped.
Yeah.
You go to the
Yeah.
gym, you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But if you go through Burger Shot,
Yep.
you just slam down them burgers, you eating like Big Smoke.
I
You're
remember
gonna end
that.
up looking like Big Smoke.
Fuck
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Running from the cops, running out of breath
Big
real fast,
Smoke.
dude. This shit was hilarious. Oh yeah, Big Smoke, baby. We gonna see Big Smoke.
Wasn't Sam Jackson the cop in that one too?
I don't remember
I'm
that.
pretty sure Sam Jackson's like the one of the police officers in San
well,
Andreas.
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but that's awesome if it is true.
Interesting if true.
Right, for real. Like I want to go back and actually do some research. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like I think this is a good time for them to go ahead and put that out, especially since they're doing the VR thing with San Andreas.
People,
Right.
people are saying it costs too much. I think $60 for the trilogy remastered is fucking
Everyone's
completely solid.
forgetting how large
These are
games.
huge
They're
ass games,
huge.
dude.
Even 3.
Yeah.
3 is massive.
Well, I think
Uh-huh.
it's because we've had so many, HD like ports and remasters, and
Yeah.
it's just like here's a 6-10-year-old game that they're putting out on a new platform that they just now
But
you can
there
go
are
get the
3.
yes,
Yeah.
you're right, but you have it in the current like mindset of like just people in general, just like, well, these are just ports, why am I paying X amount.
I think
for
people
this.
just like to bitch.
Well,
that's what I think it
that
is. I think no
too.
matter what
Totally,
you do, people are going to complain about it in some way.
But
form, or
again, I
fashion.
am with you. If it's more than just one game, then yes, I can
Right.
get on board with $60. But if it is just one game and it's a fucking port and you're not doing anything with it, then
I get that.
At that point, it's
that
just
should be
like,
$29.99.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
$30
Or-
as a max.
Or
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
$10 Quake port that they actually did update everything.
Right.
10.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, man, you can't argue with that.
Well,
Even
they
if
also
you don't like
they
Quake,
also
fuck
know that it wouldn't
it's
really
10.
sell the same, right? Like GTA
Right.
is such a legendary
Right.
franchise.
Right.
Like you slap a GTA out there,
You're right.
people are gonna buy it. Like that. Like GTA 5 is it's disgusting how much money that game is making today after being released through what 3 console cycles.
It'll sell millions of units this next time too.
Yep,
It-
absolutely.
You know it will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
And I'm with it. I'm gonna play it. I love that game. Oh, it was you. It was you. Don, man, we had that conversation. You remember when GTA 5 first launched and we were talking about it not being on the next generation consoles, and then that shit dropped because it was on the 360. No. Well, yeah, it was. It was on the 360, and then next thing we know, boom, here it is. I
Yep.
told him, I was like, dude, they're gonna do the same thing. I'm like, next year when these new consoles come out, expect it. Like they are going to do it again. He's like, no, they're not. I'm like, bro.
There's
What-
still
what-
a little
what do we
milk
get
in that
to?
shit,
2021,
dude.
baby. For real.
Another
dude.
version of
Put some
Skyrim.
Put some water in it. It'll be all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
shake it up. Shake the bottle up. You know, that's still Windex. It's still Windex. Still clean them windows.
You're good. You'll be good.
I done had this soap bottle 15 years. They never ran out.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, damn.
I worked with that guy.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I think we both worked with that guy.
Yeah, seriously.
So, Shimu
This is
anime.
Brilliant.
This is brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's a great idea. I mean,
It's
maybe
the
they'll finally
best idea.
finish the story.
It's the only way
The
they're
only way they're
finish
going
the
to, exactly.
story.
I mean, yeah, we're never getting the rest of this fucking game, especially
No.
now that I've played some of that Bad Tiger bullshit on
Bad
3.
Tiger. It was a bad
It's a
tiger.
bad tiger.
Yeah.
And
that,
the
that
game,
gameplay is just, it's so dated now.
It's
Yeah.
It's
my
like
God.
there's
they
nothing
didn't
to
even
do.
try. You
Right.
know, it's not like they were like, oh well, let's make it appealing
Right.
to a new audience. No, they
Well,
didn't
that's
care.
Yu Suzuki, right? And
Right.
I think he just really wants to finish his vision. He's like, I've had this on my plate
That
for
ship
so long.
sailed, man.
He's like, no, it
Nah,
hasn't.
that
It hasn't.
ship
I have so many-
sailed,
Oh my
dude.
god, and it sailed very slowly. it was a very.
We watched it just
slow-
into the sunset
Uh-huh.
forever.
forever.
And we were going like, it might come back.
Goodbye, Shimu.
It's like it came back. You got to the docks, and then it rode around on a forklift, and then got right back onto the ship,
On
and
the
it
same
continued
ship.
to sail.
Like, but I thought. So
Yo.
I mean, it as an anime makes a lot more sense. It also will be less, cumbersome the way that the story is told because
Right.
Shimu has a very clunky way of
Oh
displaying
yeah, very
himself.
slow, very drawn out. But I wonder how will that change like the vibe of Shenmue? Like,
Right.
can it feel
Is it going
like
to be the
Shenmue?
same voice actor for the
You know,
American version?
right? Like
Because that's
you know.
not going to be any better.
And then I'm just hype. I'm just hype because more people will know the term long D.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, dude, that always got me.
Long.
Oh, they know
I'm
this
looking
man
for
long
the
D.
Phoenix mirror.
Yeah. Have you heard of long D?
I'm looking for some sailors.
Do you know any sailors?
Do you know
Right.
any sailors?
And they'll be like, there's no time to talk. I'm busy. And he'll go, okay then.
Okay then.
I love that shit.
Please,
Oh, man.
please
Do
let
you
the
know anything
dialogue be
about
the
the
same as it
Chinese
was in the
families?
game.
Because it looks like they're going like that much more action-oriented route.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
way to do
which
focusing
makes
on that.
sense,
Which
yeah.
I mean, yeah, right. In order to like tell the story and make it impactful, but
He's just gonna be
not
Japanese
really-
Chuck Norris.
Exactly.
He's gonna let his fists and feet do the talking.
right. Because the whole thing about Shenmue is it's kind of like Naruto, right? Like starting from when this character doesn't really have a lot of skills and
Yeah.
he's facing somebody who is just insurmountably more powerful than he is.
Yeah, totally.
But now they're like, oh, he's just the hero of legend, and it's just like, okay, well, this dude was just driving forklifts for like 3 hours. Like I had to do it.
Yeah.
You know? Like I fortunately for me, I got my wisdom teeth removed when I was playing Shenmue. I did right
you
before,
did?
and so I was prescribed Lortab. So I was eating Lortab while playing Shenmue, which is perfect, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
can imagine that. You just sink into
You just
it.
just sit there, just,
I got
it doesn't
my
matter.
wisdom
you
teeth
just, it's
taken out.
slow, and you're slow, and
I
we're all
played
just
through,
slow together. It's okay.
Tales of Symphonia.
Oh yeah,
same
that's
way.
a good one.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was
pretty.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
He's going, I love this.
I love God, this game is so blue.
Yeah, dude, it's so blue. Oh, man.
Yeah, for real. Remember Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah, totally.
What was that shit too?
Yeah, Skies of Arcadia was awesome, man. Yeah. I had the GameCube version of that one a while back. I sold it because it was worth a bunch.
Oh man. Okay. Well, good luck getting that back.
Oh, I don't want it back.
Really? You didn't want Skies?
I mean, I'd play it, but it was worth a bunch of money. I'm like,
right.
was it worth me playing it again? Worth,
do you think
know?
that Skies could hold up to a
modern interpretation?
remake?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They'd have to kind of, modern up the gameplay a bit.
Yeah.
But I think that the story is awesome.
Story's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
then the ship combat and everything.
yeah, dude, all that shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, I do think that a modern Skies of Arcadia would be great. Yeah. Hell, one of the things that we didn't mention in fucking the PlayStation event is that there's a new Star Ocean.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
facts.
that's probably one of the coolest
good.
things I
I'm
saw
hyped
to come
about
out of it.
that.
As soon as I saw
I
that
probably won't be
Trae
able to
man.
play
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well,
But-
man, I was watching that trailer too, and it's super funny because at the beginning of it, I saw Trae, so I was like, Star Ocean.
yeah.
Okay, this
And
is
then
weird.
You see
And then
space.
I don't see
Yeah.
space, and I'm going, okay, this is gonna be Star Ocean,
Ocean.
right? And then it's people on a spaceship.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Star Ocean, and then the spaceship crashes, and I'm like, this is definitely
Definitely
Star Ocean. No doubt about it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
So bring it up. Like I said, I don't think that the state of play was bad.
It was
it's just
just-
that after that last one, that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like after the last one came through and just punched us in the mouth. It's like
Mm-hmm.
KOTOR 2, and we're like, oh my
Yep.
god.
Well, it's
You
the
know,
same
so it's-
thing with Nintendo Directs. It's just
Right.
like you'll get a super hype one,
Yeah.
and then you'll have a few that's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's
Right.
just information, and it's just like you were saying. It's just like they announced so much already. There's only so much news.
Yeah,
guys,
and they don't
You know?
want to show
Like,
their whole hand. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Like what
you
do
know?
you all expect? you know?
Exactly,
People
you
want
know?
too much information.
Well,
man, I get it.
it's the way that we consume content now.
Right,
Right.
exactly.
You know, it's always okay. There always has to be something new,
Yes.
and it affects the people that are trying to sell you the content because they're like, we got to have something new to show them every fucking day, guys.
Yeah, for
every
real.
day. You know,
Eventually
It's
they
the
have to be
fucking
like, hey,
news
how about
site.
this? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can chill. How
Hey,
about this?
man.
Speculate. Do
Yeah.
that. Have fun.
Ooh.
You know? And so, I mean, that's just good business practice, man.
Well,
And so-
because you touched on it, I want to say the Switch stuff because Nintendo Direct, right? That's one of the
Yeah.
big things that happened. We get the new expansion for the N64 and
And
the
everybody
Genesis stuff.
goes,
oh.
Yeah, the
No,
Genesis,
thank you.
the Genesis shit's fine
Yeah,
apparently,
yeah.
but
Right,
the N64
N64
is not.
borked.
No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of issues just across the
Have
board.
you played any of it? Did you?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No, I have not.
I didn't know if you'd pull the trigger just
He
No.
for
says I don't give a
No,
shit about
right.
win back.
No.
Well,
I don't
I
give
mean,
a fuck.
just for research
I'll
sake,
wait.
like I
Yeah.
would have probably done it.
I thought.
Can you
I
pay it
toyed-
monthly, or do you have to commit to the year?
You have, as far as I know, you have to commit
Commit to the year.
Yep.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
That's what
while
gets you.
while I
Yeah.
wouldn't be opposed to doing it for research, I
no,
don't.
for the year,
You
fuck
don't
that.
care.
If you can do it for the month,
If I
that'd
could
be
do
one
it for
thing.
the
but
month
yeah,
and it'd be
yeah.
a smaller price, then maybe.
That's why they make you
You
commit
know?
to the year because they know that if
You
you
know,
did it for a
but-
month,
but
you'd be
again-
like, ew.
But again, my whole thing is like very principle based. It's just like, no, not until you actually fix the online functions.
Oh, which they're not gonna do.
Which
No.
they're not gonna do. You know, it'd be one thing if it was just like another $10. But you're talking about another $30 fucking dollars a
talking about
year
doubling the
for a
price.
shit online service that the only thing I really care about is the games.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna pay an extra $30, that online better be fucking good.
Well,
and it's
what
just
about
not.
what about when you pay that money and then you get inferior versions of these
That's-
games?
That's
that
the
you're
thing.
promised?
That's the thing that we're talking about.
Well, 'cause, like,
but
You know, how does
Nintendo's
that
been
feel?
doing that for a while.
I mean, they
'cause
have,
they're
but-
running
No,
all of
man.
their virtual
No,
consoles
dude,
off
but
of shit
the
ROMs.
problem-
Well,
I mean,
no. Hold on.
Go ahead.
The Wii U version of these games
Yeah.
works perfectly
Yes.
fine.
Works fine.
Exactly.
They've done this in the past.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
Wii version of these games worked perfectly fine.
Yes.
This version of it is based on the same emulator that they used for Super Mario 64 on
Yeah.
the
But that-
collection that they were just released, which wasn't tested with other 64 games.
Right.
Works fine with Mario.
Mm-hmm.
It does not work great with Zelda. It doesn't work
or
great
Mario Kart.
or Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's borked,
Absolutely.
boy.
These
Yeah.
games
Oh
are
my
fucked
God.
up. You know, not just graphically, but frame rate wise.
And then when you're
things.
talking about an N64 title, you can't afford to make those worse.
They already look like shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They look like shit day one.
Mm-hmm.
And so now with all of our current technology and these badass gaming consoles and PCs, whatever, all the shit we got, you're gonna throw out fucking a Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time, where you don't even have water textures, you don't even have any kind of reflections, you don't even have fog effects, you don't. Like,
well, isn't it?
You should have just waited.
Isn't it the
just
emulator?
Don't do it.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
emulator.
It's the emulator that's fucking them up.
But this is their in-house emulator.
Right.
I've been using fucking emulators for the past 20 years for N64 that worked.
Those emulators weren't designed for the Switch.
Then why the fuck are they using them? That's my point.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree with you because Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem looks like shit. The new the Dragon Blade Shadow Sword or whatever the fuck it's called.
I like that.
That they
Dragon Blade Shadow Sword.
You know,
I want one.
Yeah.
You know, it's
like the Green Ranger.
Looks like garbage. And whenever Nintendo puts out an emulated anything on the Switch, it looks like trash and it runs like trash, and it's just because they're using an old emulator that wasn't designed for the Switch.
Well,
and you would think that they would update the emulator, but they don't.
You know,
they don't give a fuck because they know people are gonna buy it anyway.
But
if
that's my
these companies
problem.
were smart, they would hire the fucking people that make emulators on their spare time.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Okay, look.
He
the
said
problem. No. I want to slap the table, but there's too much shit all over the table.
right.
Don't slap my gear, please.
I'm gonna slap some. Goddammit. The problem here is that this is Nintendo. Here's the problem. Like, let's not forget this, right? Yeah. Nintendo is synonymous with functionality, right? They're synonymous with quality.
They used to be
100%. But this
used
is
to
the
have
legacy.
that gold seal.
This is the legacy.
Yeah,
absolutely, right?
absolutely.
Like when you play a game on your Wii U, that shit works. And it works very well. It's tight.
They were the Apple of consoles.
Absolutely,
right?
right? And so that's why it really hurts me to watch them crumbling in this way, you know, because it's like, what's the dude's name? Dan Bowser, whatever Bowser's name.
Bowser.
I'm looking at you.
It's Bowser's fault.
It's Bowser's fault. Bowser did this to the company. They should have never put him in control.
They should have known better.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
The writing was on the walls.
You know, hire Dan
on the
Waluigi.
You know,
you could have
you know, like that's the thing that gets me, man, because this is a company that is near and dear to all of our hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we love Nintendo, you know, but they're making it hard to do so.
They're making it hard to
They're
love.
making it very difficult, man.
Yeah.
And like, as far as criminal companies, I feel like they're worse than EA. You know, because they control so much of a larger market share, and they're learning. Well, in their minds, it's like, well, like you're saying, they're going to pay for it anyway.
They're gonna pay for it
right?
anyway. Yeah.
That is the worst.
That's the worst mindset to have,
dude.
You know,
it breaks my heart.
From a customer standpoint, that's the worst mindset for a business to have.
I mean,
well,
it's
they're going to
fucked
pay
up.
for it anyway. Fuck it, just push it out.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
You know, but it's really fucked up when you see major, publications saying shit like, you know, you'd be better off buying a Raspberry Pi and emulating yourself.
Right.
Major publications.
Well, because we're
You know?
also at a point where people can't lie about shit anymore, right? We can't, you know, like IGN every once in a while, Deathloop, you know, like every once in a while, you know, they'll take a check.
Yeah.
But outside of that, there are also so many other sources to look at, and then you know, people who just make YouTube videos telling you how they really feel about shit, right? And so it becomes very, very difficult. But
this is
it's
the
like
reason. This is pro, like piracy. That's the
Right.
thing. This situation is why
very
people
true.
fucking pirate.
Exactly.
Because y'all won't even give us the version that works.
right, absolutely.
Come on, dude. I can run this game on my fucking Vita, and it
Exactly.
looks okay.
Exactly. You don't want me to pirate or play Smash Brothers Melee.
Right.
Then give me a functioning version of Melee to
Why
play.
can't I play
and we will
Melee,
gladly
right?
just buy that. And
That's
play
right.
It, you know?
Well, it's because you know, if you make the product available for people to purchase.
Don't you defend them, Scott?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm actually damning them. If you make the product available to purchase,
Crucify your
then
ass.
people won't pirate most of the time.
People are always going to pirate.
I mean, people are going to pirate.
You can't stop
regardless,
piracy.
Less
but
people will
but
pirate.
fewer
less
people will pirate.
people,
Yes.
Right.
fewer people
Facts.
will pirate
Facts.
because
It's the same thing as movies.
Hey,
Like-
it's like water, my friend.
Yeah.
Path of least resistance.
Like what?
Well, like here's one. You know how many movies come out that you can't find a legitimate version of anymore?
Right.
Like I don't know, 13th Warrior.
How much
Angel's
anime
Egg, stuff like that.
exists that you can't find for less than $300 fucking dollars.
That's the same thing I'm saying
like,
here. That's the same thing I'm saying. These the like we pirate things that you cannot purchase. Right. You know, cave games. You can't fucking go buy cave games. You know, they don't even exist in most platforms. You know, you might get a Death Smiles, and that's it. You know, it does not make sense, especially for a company that obviously wants to do it to then fuck it up.
I don't even know. It's just like, this is clearly just a cash grab.
It's just a cash grab.
You know,
absolutely.
and not even a good one.
No.
You know, like I just feel like this didn't have to exist.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe
I feel like it's something
they
that
lost
nobody was
money
really
somewhere and they're trying to make it up.
Either that or they're like, okay, this is in development, so let's
been
just push it
screaming
out.
for
I don't know.
N64 games since the Switch. Yeah. Since the Switch launch,
That's
people have
because,
been like,
man,
where's
people have
the-
rose-tinted glasses for the
That's all it
N64.
is.
But I think that
People
people
had
have
it,
streamed for very specific games, right?
Yeah.
So you could easily
And you're not
just
gonna
put
get
all that
GoldenEye.
money.
People
You
were
just put-
screaming for a virtual console because that's what we thought we were getting. We thought we were going to get another version of the virtual console like we've had on every other previous fucking Nintendo system since the fucking Wii.
I
we can
forget that
rebuy
people like
the
the
same
N64. I
That's
forget
the
that
thing.
people liked
That's
it.
the thing, and people have been asking for this
I
shit, and
forget.
Nintendo knows they've been asking for this shit.
Because
and
I
were
think they
just
could have
like,
kept that shit.
Yeah,
They should have kept that shit.
I mean, hey,
They were better off when they were, you know, before that was announced and then the Sony split happened. When Sony was making that CD-ROM
Yeah,
that
totally.
was supposed to attach to the Super NES, they would have been much better for it.
Yeah.
But they said, fuck you, Sony, and Sony said, word.
Yeah.
And, well, here
we're
we
going
are.
with Philips.
2021, you know. Here we are.
How'd that work
All
out?
right, well, we're
Yeah.
going to have fucking 10 times the storage space on our device, so...
Yeah. God.
Hey man, Nintendo makes some bad.
Like,
Like here's
actually-
the thing,
hurts.
Nintendo is, and we do it to ourselves. Nintendo gets put on this pillar, you know,
Facts.
and sometimes they deserve
They
it.
used to earn it.
They used to earn it,
Yeah.
and here recently they just haven't been.
Yeah.
So just remember, guys, Nintendo isn't your friend. They just want your money.
Mm-hmm. Well, same thing for Apple.
Yeah, same thing for every
any
company.
giant company. Yeah, any major corporation, like multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar companies, man. Like,
And you
at
know,
the end of the day, it's all about the bottom line. So,
make your own decisions if you want to support this shit. Do
but
it.
all
I'm
they
not.
had to do was keep doing what they were doing anyway.
It
Bowser,
seems like,
dude.
it seems like it was
Bowser.
the most simple fucking shit to do, right?
It's
Just
just
release
like
it.
when they put out the 3D
Let's-
All Stars. Was that game worth $60? I mean, it's 3 games. They didn't do
They
shit
didn't
with
do
it.
shit with them.
They didn't do shit with them.
Nope.
And what did they do? They limited the quantity so that people had that FOMO. Oh, I gotta get it! I gotta get it! And I fell for it.
Exactly, right.
I fucking fell for it. I own that game. You know how many times I played it?
Once.
Once. When I first got it, I played the first level of all 3 games and said, "Yep, that's what that is."
That's it.
Put it on my shelf. Haven't looked at it since.
Shouldn't have opened it.
I shouldn't have. 'Cause I probably could have made some money. Actually, I probably couldn't. They're not really
Probably
selling
not.
for that
Yeah,
much.
I was gonna say, nope.
Again, it's one of those things where they announce that they're like, "Oh, this is only going to be sold for this long," you know, and everybody went out and bought it.
Yep.
You know, so now it's one of those things where it's just like the supply is abundant, but the demand just isn't there because everyone knows that it's
Maybe in like 15
the shit
years.
versions of
Yeah.
these games.
Yeah.
Maybe in a few years.
Well, yeah, when it's like, oh my God, this is one of the worst games ever made.
Yeah.
I need to have that on my shelf. You know,
Yeah.
like maybe then.
Maybe.
But until that point, the answer is
I still have a physical copy of 2 Human. I'm waiting for that one.
Waiting for that one
You're
to
gonna be waiting a
come up.
long
Yeah,
time,
for real.
friend. Long time.
Nobody's ever gonna want 2 Human again.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, fuck Nintendo.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Speaking of other sad news,
Oh yeah.
Chris Ayers,
Chris Ayers.
Rest in peace.
passed.
Frieza died.
Yeah.
man.
For real this time.
For
Not coming
Damn.
back as a cyborg.
yeah,
I'm sorry, no.
Wow.
He,
This does suck, man. He was a
Wow.
really good voice actor and played one of the most
Iconic
iconic and
villains of all
enduring.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So
I mean, that's the era of Dragon Ball that I was the most like or Dragon Ball Z that I watched the
after
most.
after
course.
after
Right
the,
there.
after
I
the
mean, that's
Frieza
where-
Namek
Yeah.
saga, that's where I started falling off.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, for
Yeah.
a lot of Americans, you know, that's pretty much all we got
For a long time.
For a long time,
Yeah.
up to the Ginyu Force, and then they finally took us to the to Vegeta, and then they took us to Frieza, and then that's where everything stopped. And the show was actually supposed to end
Yeah.
after Goku went Super Saiyan.
Well,
and then
that's
killed
where
Frieza.
the manga was supposed to
end.
But but it was so popular that they were just like
kept rolling it.
Yeah, no, man, you got to give us more.
Exactly.
And then Akira Toriyama was just like, okay, well, then androids.
Right.
No, we don't like these androids. They're
Androids
too
are
old.
lit.
Can we get some younger androids? Okay, I guess. Here's some younger androids. Well, it's not. They're not very threatening. Is there a bigger threat that you can get? Oh, well, I guess here's this little pink
the Android saga was one of the most terrifying sagas ever, man.
Was,
when they were just like going through the streets like 19, and he just grabs Yamcha by the face, kills Yamcha, 86s him immediately.
Boy,
seriously.
You know, they were just so cold and heartless, right? Like, I kind of dug that.
the Android saga was fine.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed that because that ended up leading us to Trunks, and that was lit. And
seriously,
I was a big fan of that. But anyway, on topic. Rest in peace, Chris Ayers.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of good work. And then another reason why we should probably play some Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh yeah, tribute.
Yeah, for real.
Absolutely.
So we
I
might
want to
get
throw
on
some
that
death
later
balls
tonight.
at y'all bitches.
Seriously.
Super good.
Which, by the way, we just got to plug it. We're doing late night streams now.
Absolutely.
So on Saturday nights, Sunday morning. So it's really like 12:30 at night.
Central.
Then we will be doing Melty Blood and some Dragon Ball Fighters.
Ding the bell, so
we'll
you know
be-
when we
yeah.
go live.
We'll be throwing hands at
We'll be
each
throwing
other.
hands. Yeah.
Whatever kind of hands we're throwing. We'll be
100 hand slap.
Yeah.
That's
You were going.
Oh yeah.
No,
This is that honka shit.
For real, dude. See, that's just the way people saw it because that's the way the animation went.
But he's
it's like
doing
people who
this.
say "how you get."
Oh.
You know? How you get? I'm like, what the fuck?
I can do a hot dog.
I get it.
He does tell
get
go.
You know,
Like that, you can't understand shit of that.
You know,
Right? He
that's
does
what-
not say Tatsumaki's on
It
Pocky,
is,
okay?
it
He
is
does
so
not
funny.
fucking
No,
say
I used
that
to try to
shit.
make it make sense when I was a kid. I would say it's like super fast, and I'm like,
Like,
I
no,
don't
it
know.
doesn't fucking. That doesn't work at all. You
I
just
kinda
said
miss that old like
some sounds.
Sonic Boom.
Yeah, dude.
You know, before you go into the Sonic Kaput.
Oh yeah, Sonic.
Sonic
For
Kaput.
real, yeah.
But speaking of,
I just like
Tiger.
Tiger.
Different fighting games.
You know, well, I guess everyone's doing it, right? So everyone's doing it. Why
Hey,
can't
man.
we? So Warner Brothers is a leak. Warner Brothers is working on their multiversus game. It was speculated
Super
that
Warner
Nether,
Bros. Smash.
right? But everybody was thinking that NetherRealms is going to be working on it because
I
it
guess
was
that
leaked
works.
through
Yeah.
NetherRealms, but
Super
it's
Warner
not.
Bros.
Super Warner
Hey,
Bros.
yeah.
Melee.
Yeah.
Super Warner Bros. Melee. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it seemed like it was a gag, and then I mean, after the leak came out, the company had to come forth and be like, you know what? Yeah, NetherRealms is not working on that. They're working on MK12 because that's just gonna make money, right? It's all business right now. That's all that matters. Sorry, Injustice fans, we gotta wait a little bit longer, unfortunately, because now's a good time for an Injustice.
It would be
game.
perfect time
It's
for
a
Injustice
great
3,
time for
dude.
Injustice 3.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time, but nope, Warner Brothers says money. So Mortal Kombat's going to be the next one on NetherRealms' plate. However, now we get to see Gandalf square off against
Shaggy.
Morty.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
Shaggy,
Shaggy.
yeah.
Didn't they have some
and
Adventure
that was
Time on
really
there, too?
everything. Yeah. You've got
What's his name from Adventure Time?
what are their names?
Finn?
With Finn and
Finn.
Jake.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
guess.
Finn
I
and
don't know.
Jake are
Are
both
they a
there.
dual
and they're-
character, or-
no, they're separate characters.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you got them. You got Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's really interesting if you think about it from a marketing standpoint. This thing could be absolutely massive for Warner Bros. Because, like, whereas Nintendo has a huge body of characters for Smash, and they reached outside of Nintendo Works to get more characters for Ultimate.
Right.
Warner Bros. Owns a lot of IPs.
Oh yeah.
They've got
Yeah.
a lot. So I mean, really, that well can go so deep. And even if you consider like from a DLC standpoint,
Oh
Isn't
man.
Jesus
isn't the Matrix
Christ,
Right,
man.
Isn't the
dude,
Matrix and
Yeah,
Warner Brothers?
absolutely. So
Isn't,
this is where we can finally see Neo in a
or
fighting game.
Morpheus,
boy.
whichever.
Well, yeah, I would say Neo
You
Trinity.
can have both.
You know,
you can have all three.
I wonder would it be Lawrence Fishburne? I wonder if they would.
I don't know.
if
I
they
do
would
like
They
this
probably
guy
do the
that's
young
playing
Morpheus.
the young Morpheus, though.
But see, when the Matrix
think he
comes
looks
out, all of a
solid.
sudden they're like,
Yeah.
"Here's a Matrix pack. These three
Yeah.
characters, $10."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they can really use this as a vehicle.
Yeah,
And
they,
so,
totally,
I
they could
mean-
put Roger Rabbit in this motherfucker. They could
No,
put some,
please.
They could put
Yakko,
some,
Wacko, and Dot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
you can't win.
No.
You can't win. I'm sorry, dude.
I want the
They gotta
comedian.
pay or play contract,
comedian.
bro.
I want the
right?
comedian.
Dude, I'm saying, dude. You know, like
you just have Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he
It's
just
like
wins.
one-
That's
yeah,
the problem.
right?
Yeah, I bet he's gonna
the
be the
final
boss. Seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Master Hand. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
He's gonna be like a SNK boss where you're like, this is broken.
And he's just up there just bored as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, God.
Oh man, he'd be like Gil but sitting down.
But sitting down.
yeah.
Yeah. His final form, he stands up.
Oh shit! Don said he'd play some Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh yeah, he's very good.
Ooh.
He's a beast.
Hey.
He's a beast. I remember the last time we played, he came over to my place, and like we went to a family hangout, whatever. And actually, maybe that was anyway. We were hanging out, and I don't even know if I was able to press buttons. This man was, and he seemed so bored.
Oh.
He seemed so bored. He was
was
So
just
what
run-
you're
running
saying
through
is
him.
comboing my ass.
Don was literally Dr. Manhattan.
In this case, yes.
In this case,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Oh,
My boy's a
Don
beast.
Manhattan over here.
Just-
I raised him myself.
Nice.
Oh, dude. Oh man, we played fighters our entire lives.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. But so what's with this? So hopefully we don't get this happen to us because we talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
Warner
That we
Brothers,
can't talk about. Yeah.
Super Warner Brothers.
They're shitting everybody's
Melee.
down on YouTube
Yeah, they're
talking
copyright
about the,
shit.
the
Yeah,
Warner
anybody-
Brothers
Well,
shit.
Yeah.
it's if people focus heavily on the leak and
Yeah.
start showing like images.
It's already out
because
there.
Character select screens are out there.
They're doing the Streisand
they're
effect. That's what they're
striking-
doing.
pretty much.
Yeah, but it's just because they want to control that flow of information.
You
but
can't.
This is also expediting their timeline. So
Yeah.
now they have to come out with some information on this topic because it's a pretty big deal when you think about it. Like Nickelodeon All Stars was a great idea, but without the funding, it kind of falls a little short, right? Even if your
WB's got the
gameplay is
money,
good,
dude.
they've got the money,
Yeah.
right? So we're gonna have our voices, we're gonna have our licensed music, we're gonna have all those things that really make because Nicktoons. If you ever watch Max when he streams it, sometimes what he'll do is he'll drop out the audio and play like a Marvel vs. Capcom track in the background.
Yeah.
And it changes everything. All of a sudden, the game's hype.
Yeah.
It's so good to like just hear that.
Yeah.
And then of course, if you had the voices,
good
that would make
idea.
it seriously because you lose the character identity. You lose a lot when you don't have the
when
audio
you don't have
aspect.
when you don't have the
So
voice.
do they also not have the theme songs from the shows?
No, have you heard the music?
No, I haven't even.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
It sounds like a music box. Like it's like some really
plinky
poorly,
bullshit.
It's really bad.
No, man.
It's really bad. Like I
That's
was
bad.
so surprised they went that direction.
Yeah, they'll treat this Warner Brothers way.
Especially after seeing what happened with Nicktoons.
exactly,
They're like, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Treat
And
it more
so,
carefully than that.
but yeah, but I mean, and I hope that it's actually a very good game.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
the main thing.
Yeah.
Because they could just shove this out and like just try to let it run on the IPs alone, and it just is gonna fall flat.
Right.
You know.
But if
So-
they actually get some because the people we don't know who the developer is. Some people think it might be Dimps, man.
Oh, whoa,
That'd be cool.
that'd
Yeah.
be wild,
Could
man.
you imagine? And so we'll just see. We'll have to see. The jury
So
is
what
out.
Looney Tune character do you want? If
What,
you've
Looney
got,
Tune?
yeah, what
Daffy,
Looney Tune?
boy.
You want Daffy?
I want
yeah,
Daffy.
Daffy.
Daffy's the madman. He's
you know,
the
Daffy,
madman.
Daffy would be some shit.
You know,
I mean, I'm a Marvin Martian
look-
guy
Oh,
personally.
absolutely.
No,
I'm
no,
with
no,
it. I'm
no.
with it. Now
No.
I want
Roadrunner,
old.
dog.
Oh, run all
Roadrunner
over
beats
him.
everybody.
Ooh.
I
You
want.
just can't catch him, man.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want old Daffy. I want
Oh,
classic
totally, yeah.
Daffy.
Oh,
Blow
I
his
got
beat
That
the fuck off.
absolutely the
Daffy.
madman.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
It's like not that new angry Daffy.
no.
I want that old, just like woo woo. You
Yeah.
know, just jumping all over the place. He'll blow his own head off. Don't even
Actually,
care.
Daffy.
Yes, absolutely. Right. You know.
And of course, everybody wants Taz. Who doesn't want?
Oh,
Of
hell
course,
yeah.
you know, you can
Yeah.
have some Taz.
Uh-huh.
Does that give us access to Popeye and Bluto?
Ooh.
You know, and so we can. I mean, the possibilities are endless, man.
dude, seriously,
Yeah, that's Sinbad the Sailor.
is Felix a Warner Brothers?
Felix
the cat?
Yeah. Is that a Warner
I don't
Brothers
know.
property?
I think Felix does belong to WB.
Maybe.
I mean, like I said, man, their
They
pockets
own
are
a lot
deep.
of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch the new Space Jam. Apparently,
Wait,
all of
whoa.
their IPs are in that.
Yo. Does that mean LeBron's gonna be in this fucking?
Maybe.
God, no, don't do that. That'd be great if they put LeBron and
Iron
Jordan
Giant.
in there.
I
Oh.
mean,
If they put both of them in there,
Dude,
You know? Who owns
yeah.
Shaq Fu?
Man, this would murder Shaq Fu.
Oh no, who owns it? Because I mean, what if you could get who owns Shaq Fu?
Get
Let's
Shaq
see.
too.
What if you can get all of them?
What if you just had the Monstars? Like, what if you didn't have the?
Oh,
you know,
that'd be great.
Like, that'd be really
I
good.
just
yeah.
want.
Look,
dude.
You just want
Oh,
Busta to come
that's-
up?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
I'm
want
about to
Busta.
say, I'd be down with
Busta
the
Bus.
Monstars
He's
as
like,
long
I'm
as-
gonna dangle in your face.
Oh, hit him high, hit him high, hit him high.
He's a hit him high, hit him low. Hey, you hit him high.
Yes.
Flip mode.
God bless. Pick up your chest.
Yeah.
I should have been busted around for Halloween. I might do that.
Dude,
Oh,
That should
dude,
be
that's
funny as fuck.
That's good.
I was Lil Wayne one year.
Yeah,
It was
really?
hilarious. Yeah, it was when I was working at Ocean.
You being wheezy the whole
And so
time.
I was wheezy. I had face tats and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, I had my oversized white tee and my
Yeah.
baggy ass jeans. I
Did
was
you go
doing
play
that.
a guitar poorly?
I didn't. I went to work.
Did you?
I went to work.
Did you shed your skin and sun on a rock at some point?
Damn. It's like, was your hair falling out?
Yeah.
But man, look, dude, it was like, I'm sorry, Weezy, man. Much respect. I do love you. But the funny thing is how people were reacting to me, dude. I was walking down the street and people were like, normally people don't really, have a problem with me being on the street.
Right.
But people would like be walking away, like across the street. One lady like walking
Damn.
across the street and like clutched her purse.
Oh,
and I was just
shit.
like, damn, I didn't realize that they don't know that I'm in costume. You know what I'm saying? They just think that I'm some thug dude walking around.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? It was so funny
It was
to me.
Halloween, though, right?
Right,
It was
exactly.
like-
I work in fine dining. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like... It was so wild, man. It was so wild. I was like, man, this went
And
from...
Wayne deals with this every day.
Every day. It's like, it went from me
He's
being...
like, I'm a fucking millionaire.
For real. It's like it went from me like dressing up for Halloween
think you mean
to being a
millionaire.
sociological cash money millionaire. But it went from me like being like dressed up for Halloween to a sociological experiment.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It did. I mean, the
Yeah.
entire thing just shifted in a moment, and I was just like, "Wow, I didn't see this coming." And it became very funny to me. It was super.
Did you lean
funny.
into it?
Oh yeah, dude.
Start
I just
punking people.
Dude, I just like walk up on folks like real
Yeah.
close and be like, "Oh, excuse me." You know what I'm saying? They turn around like, "Ah!" You know? He's so black. You know, like it was so funny, man.
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
I'm surprised somebody didn't ask you for the autograph. Oh shit, it's actually Wheezy.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers there's Warner Brothers music as well, right? So I mean,
Oh shit.
who knows what kind of shit? Because it's like if you look at Fortnite and you look at their guest character model, like they're always adding some weird random shit.
Yeah.
That it's like, well,
Yeah.
do we need Bella Porch? I don't understand it.
Probably
right?
not, but
That
they
right?
did it.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It's
how
like,
they did it.
yeah. Here's Mike Lowry.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Right.
that's just
Yep.
that's just odd. Naruto. Like, where did you even come from?
Yeah.
Mike Lowry. And so you never know what they could choose to do. I mean, this thing could end up having like 100 characters by the end of its lifespan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Mugen.
Yeah,
Right.
for
You
real.
know? Yeah, and that could be kind of lit.
That's funny.
That could be kind of lit.
It might be fun.
Man.
Yeah.
Listen to some Seal while you beat people's ass.
Absolutely. Is that Warner Brothers? Is he Warner
I
Brothers?
mean, he was on the Warner
It's
Brothers
about
He was on
property,
Batman.
so
Yeah.
that makes me
Yeah.
think.
Batman Forever.
Yeah.
You know.
Close
Right.
enough.
What if Kiss from a Rose was one of the background tracks in that
Oh
shit?
man, and you're
Fucking
just
What if-
slamming
pick it
those
every
Oh my
time.
gosh.
buttons to that?
I put it on the character select
Get-
Oh,
screen.
dude.
Get kissed by a rose on a grave, motherfucker.
All of y'all's great.
All of y'all's graves.
It's on the gray, but
Yeah. So there's a Blade Runner.
Scott, take the lead on this because this
Oh.
I need to know what you think as an Animaniac.
Well, I watched. Well, it's CG.
See, let it begin.
I
Yep.
mean, it looks fine.
God damn it! It looks hot as fuck.
It looks fine.
It looks hot, dude.
I think
it
it looks
looks-
good.
it looks
But I'm
good,
really
yeah.
skeptical story wise.
Right.
That's where I'm skeptical. Not
Yeah.
so much the looks. I think that they could totally pull off a cool Blade Runner thing. I think it's crazy. It's Adult Swim Crunchyroll. Like
Yeah.
That's what gives me hope
it's
more
the
than
same
anything
thing.
else.
Same thing with Shimu. That's a Crunchyroll exclusive too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
I mean,
that's
that's
pretty
because
awesome.
Sony bought Crunchyroll.
Right. So
Yeah.
good
So
funding.
now it's like,
Right?
Well, now it's like, okay, well, what do we do with this to combat Disney Plus?
Right.
You know, what do we do to combat
Need some
Netflix?
exclusives.
We need some exclusives, right?
And this one does look cool. Blade Runner, Black Lotus.
Yeah.
That trailer was hot.
alright.
man.
The trailer's super hot. I agree with you. I just in my head I'm like, how does this actually work with the Blade Runner story? How does this work within that world? Because that world is specific, man.
Right.
You know, so that's it. I have mild skepticism, but I think it looks hot.
I think it could work.
yeah, I think it could
Cautiously
absolutely
optimistic.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm
about
right
it.
there
That's
with
about
you.
how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously.
I really
optimistic.
liked the anime short.
I
From
like how they're
Blade Runner
okay.
2049.
So here's what I
You
will
remember that?
say: I like how they're actually leaning into the full 3D rather than trying to make it look 2D.
Like
'Cause that
2.5D.
always looks jank as fuck.
I wouldn't say always. I think sometimes.
Always.
It looks
Well,
good. no, man.
well,
no,
when you deal with
Standalone
things
Complex
like-
looks great.
It
Fuck
does.
you.
It does
Standalone
look good.
Complex
But
looks
then you have
Always.
situations like Ruby that does not at all.
But that's the thing. It's just like standalone complex. Actually, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's the
talking
same
about
thing that
they
you're talking
lean-
about.
No, I'm talking about when they're actually trying to mimic 2D. I'm talking about that shit like
Sip my tea.
Beastars
I mean-
and Land of the Lustrous, which everybody's like, oh man, this looks amazing. They're really, UFO Table knows how to fucking do it. That shit looks choppy as fuck, guys. I'm sorry. It does. I don't care. I can't do it.
That's what I was looking for. I knew it. Second I saw that trailer,
So
I
they're
was like,
actually leaning into the 3D side of it.
Yeah.
So good on them.
Look, watch that trailer,
way
man.
Better.
watch the trailer. I wish we were able to actually play the trailer and just enjoy
yeah.
that with you guys. Because I'm that's the truth, right? It's kind of like this live action Bebop thing. Like
Right.
The reception is very, very mixed.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting to see it, man. I'm waiting to see it.
Did you see that last trailer?
No.
Yeah, that last trailer was kind of bunk.
Oh, really? Is it
Yeah.
as bad as this Resident Evil series? Because
No.
that looks fucking horrid.
Kind of.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm
It's pretty-
a little nervous.
Ooh.
It
Okay, I
seems-
guess
it
I'll
seems
go
like,
watch
it seems
this
like a
trailer.
situation where
again-
if you've watched Cowboy Bebop, there's no reason for you to watch this.
No.
Because you're going to draw comparisons.
Absolutely.
And then if you have not watched Cowboy Bebop and you watch this and this becomes your foundation for Bebop,
You're gonna
when
go
you
back.
go over to the anime, you're going to be like, no, that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
they do have Pierre LaFaux.
Oh,
They
cool.
do
Yeah.
show him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's lit. We still don't know who Ed is, which I
Yeah.
find weird.
Weird.
Yeah, very odd. But it just looks a little.
It's
half-hearted.
it's diminishing returns.
It
on
looks
the hype.
it looks like
That's
it's
really
not-
what it is for me, is because whenever I first heard about it, I was just like, whatever, they can do it good, and I'm big into, hey man, more live action anime, bring
Yeah.
more people to the fucking medium. But like the more and more I see of it, the more I'm like, man, this is gonna end up like Death Note.
You know what it reminds me of a lot are the new trailers for Halo Infinite.
Oh.
Like I feel like those trailers are soulless. Like they're mimicking Halo. I feel like
Hey,
I
you
feel
guys
that same
remember
way.
Halo, right?
Yeah, Halo
Yeah.
did this stuff. Did you
Yeah.
watch the trailers? Did you watch the
I
story
still haven't
trailer?
watched the
I
story
watched
trailer.
Oh my
Uh-uh.
god, dude! There's one part where actually it's across the entire trailer, but they're putting Spartan 117 together, and
Oh.
it's just armor. There's
Oh,
nothing in
what?
there.
No.
Yeah, they even
No,
show
he's a dude.
into the right.
That's a
they even
dude.
show into the suit, and then they attach the helmet on top of it, and there's no human, there's no man, there's
No, that's not
anything.
Mic
He's
check.
just a shell.
No. No, John's a man.
John 117
Yeah.
is a man,
Yeah.
you know, and it's also a Bible verse, but it's that's where it all came from.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
still, it's just crazy that they're like, no, this is just a machine, man. It's like that's
Fuck that.
it. Dude. I
didn't-
feel like
man.
the voice acting sucks. I feel like
I
the
feel
way
like
they
the voice
walk
acting
you through.
sucks. I agree.
Yeah, dude.
It's all going to be about the gameplay, man. If they can hit the gameplay stride correctly,
Right.
then I don't care about the rest
What
of
they
it.
need to do is lean heavily into the whimsical aspect of Halo. You
Dude,
know,
like
which is
Halo 2.
launching shit. Exactly,
Dude, Halo 2
just
had
breaking the physics
immediately,
doing
yeah.
crazy shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, your
that's
shit's
the only
under
saving
attack,
grace.
and you got to drive this bomb through space into another ship. And
Absolutely.
it starts off fucking amazing. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Or like you remember the beginning of the first Halo when you actually sat down
Oh,
on the
dude,
Halo.
that- look,
You're like,
man,
this
that-
is a whole new thing.
It was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
the
not
first
gonna
time you
get those
look
feelings
up and you
again.
see the top of that ring.
Yeah.
we can't. No.
Or all the shit when at the beginning of Halo 2 when the Arbiter is being prosecuted, you know,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, we're making you the Arbiter. You get the brand on the front of you. The brutes
Yes.
drag him in. All that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
All that shit's great. We're not getting that again.
And see, and
you
the
know?
problem is that with all of that being done, this is, I want to say BioWare. I'm sorry, that's not it. Bungie. This is Bungie's chance to really show us.
434.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, this is Bungie's opportunity to really show us that they are the creators. It's 343. You remember 343 Guilty Spark?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's why they call it that. But it's like this is their opportunity to really show us what made them the creators of Halo, what made them the pinnacle of FPSs, of sci-fi FPS. But what they're doing is fucking Destiny up. They are fucking it up because now they've actually announced expansions for Destiny, but there are different pricing models for content. So if you buy just the expansion, then you don't get the dungeons in Destiny. You have to pay for those. Yes, you have to get the deluxe edition.
It's Destiny a la carte over here,
bro.
Fuck
it's
that.
A terrible business model, and people are pissed about it right now. They're super pissed.
Well, I already thought it was weird when I popped into Destiny, and it took us an hour just to figure out how do I start playing Destiny.
Right, because everything's changed so much from
Yeah.
the way Destiny used to begin that it's hard to really even get the ball rolling. And that really sucks because that should be the alternative, right?
Yeah.
It should be like, okay, well, I don't have an Xbox Series X. I don't have a gaming PC. I can't play Halo. But my friends are playing Halo. I want to play something Halo-like.
Right.
I'm going to go play Destiny.
Yeah.
But now Destiny is an absolute mess, you know, and it's going to cost you so much money to get all the different expansions, and it's just like it's time to either take it back to the drawing board or just rethink the entire business model.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not very consumer friendly.
No.
Even though, I mean, from a production quality standpoint,
it's phenomenal.
Great.
It's
great.
absolutely phenomenal.
Right.
In every mark. Like
Yeah.
the voice acting is amazing.
Absolutely.
You know, the story feels whimsical.
The
like
game
you're
looks
talking
good
about.
as fuck.
Oh, the game looks so good.
It looks so good,
Ooh.
boy.
Yeah.
You know, but there are all these hurdles that you have to jump over just to get to that meat of playing a space shooter, man. That's all you want to do.
I just want to shoot somebody in the
shoot
head.
people in the face. In
How hard
space,
is that?
God.
In the face, in space. Hey, what's up with that game that's that's like a astronaut shooter? I can't think of what it's called. It's a new one. It hasn't come out yet, but it looks like Call of Duty, but in 0G.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that game?
Oh God, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It looks so cool.
I don't know. They announced it and then it's gone dark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Because I think that's gonna be one of those games that they've teased a little bit, but when it drops, it's gonna be a complete game changer for the shooter world. It's gonna be one of those. It's like we've actually made a new concept that plays tight. Because every time I've seen it, I've been like, oh, that looks fucking great.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they can get the movement in a way that doesn't feel disorienting while you're playing.
Right.
That's gonna be it, man.
Yeah. Some people get motion sick though. So we'll see.
Yeah, really.
We gotta make it through this news, bro.
Yeah. So Twitch thieves.
Yeah, some people
Hackers
stole
be
everybody's
hacking,
money
Hackers
on
be
Twitch.
hacking. Yeah.
Hackers be hacking, and I think it's probably because of the leak that happened that people have
Well,
been able
that's
to
the thing.
exploit
It's like
this.
you know,
It's
everybody was
connected,
like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they had the leak and you know, they just show what the top Twitch streamers were actually making on a monthly or annual basis. But you know, people were thinking about it, but not really addressing what else did they get.
Yeah.
You know, like, what else do they get? And so apparently they've been funneling money from some of the Twitch streamers and keeping them from getting their payments and, you know, like sending them to fraudulent accounts or
Right.
to
Well, they're
temporary
going
burner
into their
accounts.
accounts and changing the way that they get paid.
Well, that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
say,
The money gets funneled into
another-
a dummy account.
A dummy account.
And
yeah.
so, yeah, they're just stealing people's money that way.
So,
and so that's fucked.
Yeah.
They need to
And
fix that.
And Twitch is basically saying we can't fix
We
it.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're also not giving people money back either.
No,
which,
no,
which
they're
I think is a little fucked considering that this is an Amazon company that totally has the money to pay.
Well, is it?
But
I mean, this is also an Amazon company.
Oh,
So.
yeah, exactly.
Man, Bezos has to go to space again.
Right.
I can't be paying back some Twitch
Exactly.
streamers.
It's funny, man. Like these, they always start as the people's champs, man.
Yeah, really.
They always do.
Yeah.
They always do. Then they get too big. You know, you end up like Rocky and Rocky 4.
Became the villain.
But
Every
That's
time,
it.
man.
yeah, so
Well, I
that
don't know.
happened.
Bezos always looked like a villain to me.
True that.
He's always looked like the
Absolutely.
bad guy. It's like, wait
Absolutely.
a second. I'm not feeling Lex Luthor over here.
Yeah, it was kind of like, did you watch when you were watching that Zuck interview?
Oh my God, he
which
never
was the weirdest-
blinks. He never blinks, and
it
he has
was
the
strangest
also,
thing.
hey, did you know about that
The
sweet baby Ray's
up there.
He's got the sweet baby Ray's
He's
in the
like,
background on
every
his
once
shelf.
in a while. That's how he probably starts the interview. You put that
It's-
little bit of that on his tongue. Oh yeah, he just
He
chugs
just-
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I feel more human.
I just needed that sweet baby
Sweet
Ray.
Baby, dude, it's so funny, man, because a lot of people, once they started that conversation, like, man, that's Sweet Baby Ray's up there. And at first I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like, no,
that's
Sweet
fucking
Baby Ray's.
That's
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, you don't know nothing about that Stubbs. And then that's what
Ray's is good though.
It's great. No, we always
But
keep Sweet Baby Ray's and Stubbs on deck and Sticky Fingers.
You know about that Williams brothers?
Oh, absolutely,
Oh,
sir.
see, there
Absolutely,
you go.
sir. But I'm like, on Twitter, that conversation devolved directly into that.
Into just
Sweet Baby
barbecue
Ray's
sauce.
versus Stubbs. You know what I'm saying? Which is brilliant. That's so good, man. It's so good.
And that's when the internet comes together.
Absolutely.
You know,
Barbecue
just
sauce,
to argue
man.
over
That's
barbecue.
why we need
That's
to do
right.
our barbecue episode, bro.
We
That's
do.
how you bring people
You're right.
together.
We'll have it
Why'd my lights
eventually.
go off? Why'd my goddamn lights go off?
Quit pressing stuff.
We got too hype.
When the lights go out.
But anyways, yeah,
So
people
that's the
stealing
thing.
money from Twitchers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Watch
pretty
out.
fucky.
Watch out.
Watch
Change
out,
your shit.
us.
Watch out.
Well, we
us.
don't make money.
About to say, we don't make
please-
money,
please,
guys.
Which, by
Don't
the
hack
way,
please help us.
if we get 9
that.
more followers,
Absolutely, tell a
then,
friend.
then we'll be affiliates
We're so
on this
close.
channel. We're so fucking close.
so
Yeah,
close.
so close.
Cattle prod the
Exciting.
people you know.
That's
Make
right.
them make them click
Make
the heart.
them.
And
Make
then the
them
bell.
do it. Lie
So
to
they
them.
know.
Yes.
We're getting,
Lie to them if you have to.
that's right.
These guys are actually interesting.
Oh, they give away free shit.
Uh-huh,
That's right.
For real.
you go.
Man, that's what we need to do. Just have some giveaways.
Yeah.
It's like,
That would be
we
it.
have
You can
this energy saver.
Stop trying to give my shit away.
What?
Why are you
It,
giving
was
my shit
on,
away?
it was on screen.
That doesn't
Actually,
matter.
it's not.
It's right there.
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, you can see it.
Okay, yeah, that could
But
be
you
yours.
can't have it.
That could
It
be
cannot be yours. It can be yours if you also go to a Target and purchase
How about
one.
this Tesseract?
Yeah.
It could be yours.
You could get the Tesseract. That's right. We'll ship it to you. We'll
For-
do that.
For 2,000 subscribers,
That's right.
this Tesseract could be yours.
Yeah, right.
You better funnel them in. Yeah. So
Anyway.
there's
Could be a
a
hate
there's
raid.
Immediately.
I did it. Okay, so Kevin Smith, man.
Yeah. There's a whole documentary coming out about his entire career called Clerk.
Clerk.
Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll
watch
watch
it,
it. Why not?
I've always loved, especially early Kevin Smith. I love the early Kevin Smith movies. You know, I think that his tone got shifted at some point, and it almost seems like from the little bits in here, there was a point in time where he doubted himself completely as
Yeah.
continuing.
Oh,
to
yeah.
make
He was
films.
like, I have to be as Kevin Smith as I can possibly be.
Right.
You know, and it's like,
Well,
that's a weird statement to
that's-
make.
yeah.
But
Well,
at the
you
same
had
time,
that. You had that time
Just
where
be
it's just
yourself.
like
Well,
he's
that's-
trying to get away from the Askewniverse, you know, and kind of prove himself to
Right.
be a quote unquote.
Hey, man,
legit
Red
director.
State's
but
awesome.
what
Your Red
happens?
State is okay.
What
Yeah.
happens when being yourself turns into a brand, right? It
Right,
turns into an
exactly.
expectation.
Right.
Right, because being yourself means that you're always in a state of flux. You're always in a state of evolution. You're not the
We're not a
Philip
static
I'm looking
being.
at today,
Yeah.
the Scott I'm looking at today. This is not the same that we'll be looking at, next week. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that becomes very difficult. It's like, okay, now there's this expectation of you, and you can't always just be the stoner comedy guy.
Sometimes
you
you have
know?
to make Jersey Girl.
Absolutely. Sometimes you have to make Chasing Fucking Amy.
No.
Yeah.
I love chasing it.
God,
that was
man.
really good.
It's like, what do you say? Was it finger trap?
Yeah.
Like
Finger
Chinese
cuffs.
finger cuffs.
Finger
Like Chinese
cuffs.
finger
cuffs.
cuffs. When they were at that hockey game and she blew up at him.
Yup.
It's like, yeah, well, I sucked his friend while he fucked me. I'm just like, whoa, it's
Yep.
not real.
Yep.
What do you want me to say?
Yep.
He's like, I
Damn.
did it and I liked it. Fuck you. I'm like, oh, get him.
Yup.
Watch Chasing Amy, man. Everybody knows like Clerics. Everybody knows Mallrats.
Everybody knows Dogma.
Yeah. Chasing Amy also had
I
that
love Jason Lee in
awesome.
that, though.
Oh well, they also had that awesome conversation about Vader. at the
Oh, yeah.
beginning.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
About
man.
how he was like, and then Vader's beautiful black image was sullen when he removes his mask to reveal a feeble, crusty old white man. That's right. They all trying to tell us that deep down inside, we all wants to be white. Just like, wasn't that true?
No,
He pulls the gun out, he's like, black rage.
And everybody runs the fuck out. That was so good.
It's so
Oh, my
good,
God.
man.
damn.
Oh, it's so awesome.
He just leaned into that shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's super good.
So Returnal 2.0.
This is
yeah.
huge.
This
man.
is
What's up with
absolutely
this?
fucking
This is
huge.
Okay.
Because this is the reason why people weren't playing the game.
This is what,
I mean, including you. You don't have a 6-hour investment to put into a run.
Well, I mean, my initial problem was sheer betrayal.
Well, they fucked
yeah,
you with
yeah.
a with a
Yeah,
patch.
I got.
But it's why you
fucked
haven't been
on.
able to get back into
But
it.
exactly
That's
because
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
have time.
Yeah,
exactly. You know,
But at this point, you can play for an hour, get yourself
Exactly.
going, and suspend
and it
the
will
game.
be happening.
Yeah, and it'll make a temporary save.
Yep.
And then
But
you can
now
go
it's
play
Hades.
something else.
So wait, you couldn't do that
No.
anyway?
No.
Like I thought that was just like a basic function of the PS5.
Well,
No.
no,
That
you can
game
put
to
you
game.
can put your console into sleep mode,
Right.
Yeah.
and that would be the best way to suspend it. However, if you have automatic updates on, then it would update that game in the
And then it-
background, and then it would fuck up
But you also couldn't
suspension.
play
Yeah.
other games.
exactly.
And
you can't watch
in-
movies.
in-
You can't do anything
right,
else.
because if you go into YouTube, sometimes it'll shut down the game you got playing.
And sometimes it won't. It's
Sometimes
very
it
odd.
won't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's really fucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like that should be something that would be able to run while you have a game
Or
suspended.
just let me choose that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Do you want to? It should at
Oh,
least
yeah.
give you the fucking
The option
Yeah,
to
just
just
bring something up.
that's
Hey,
all
do
I'm
you
saying.
want to close the game?
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah, just
yeah.
tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me it's
Absolutely.
going on. But no. Now you can actually, suspend your game. You can
if
play
you
multiple
have
plays.
a life,
Yeah.
you can enjoy Returnal.
You can yeah.
So go and
Awesome.
buy Returnal. There's no reason at this point
Mm-hmm.
to not buy this fantastic
Yep.
AAA quality game. This is what pushes Returnal to 10 out of 10.
Really?
You know, this
Really?
is all that it takes. Something so simple, and it's great that they had their time. They were steadfast. They're like, this is our vision. And then Sony's like, well, we're gonna buy your studio, and well, now your vision is gonna be
now we're gonna change this vision.
So
right. and
that's
now
why
It's
they
gonna
everyone
make
can-
us some money.
No,
well, the
that's
truth
why they
is-
put photo
but it
mode
makes
in it.
sense, though.
Dude, well,
It makes
photo
sense,
mode looks
though.
sick.
Yeah, but they do that in every major
Sony game.
in
Yeah.
every major Sony
Well,
game,
especially
right?
when it's that gorgeous.
Yeah,
man.
hey,
Yeah.
show this shit off to your
Yeah,
friends.
exactly.
Make other people buy it.
Dude, I
Yeah.
love photo modes. I have
Yeah.
a friend, and he was just like, I don't ever use that shit anyway. I'm like, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I do Ghost of Tsushima. I've
Yeah.
got a lot. Final Fantasy 14. I've got gigs worth. You know, and so The Last of Us 2 is the same way. It had a
Yeah.
great photo mode.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. Like being in the middle of a fight and being able to pause that fight and then take photos and change the filters
Of all these
and
bullets going everywhere.
Bro, you know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? And then sometimes they'll even have it so that the background animations will keep moving.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
those
yeah.
tendrils will keep moving even while it's
That's good
paused.
shit.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm with
Actually,
it.
when you pause the game, most of the physics-based things still go.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's cool.
I've always
So
thought that was a
Yeah.
creepy little touch. You know what I mean?
Everyone
Yeah.
buy Returnal.
Yeah, get Returnal. It's finally an absolute purchase.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
have a PS5, get Returnal.
When
Yes,
is
get it.
this coming out? Do we have a
It's
date?
out now.
It's out,
okay.
baby. It's
Never
out.
mind.
Now, here's the
I've already
funny thing.
tested the thing just to make sure.
Oh, okay.
I've started a game. I've done the suspend state. I've closed the game, played something else, come back to it, instantly loads up, no
Yeah.
problem at all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah, they finally they looked at Hades and they're
Yeah.
like, well, here's how you do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
just
yeah.
log out and then come back,
And
and
it's
you're
right there.
and then you're
And
good
you
to
can't
go.
come back to that spot again. It's a
Right.
one-time save feature, right?
Right.
So you
Yeah.
actually have to select, suspend again to be
Right.
able to leave. Which-
Exactly.
perfectly fine. That's
Absolutely.
all we wanted.
Yeah, we just want to be able to be like, if your kid comes up, Daddy, I want to watch Frozen, and you're like, God
Okay.
damn it.
Yep.
I'm 3 hours into
Yeah.
a run.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, these are kind of things that just like make domestic violence happen.
Hey,
You
I got
know?
out of work
So-
an hour and a half early. Can you come pick me up? And you're like, fucking.
Fuck,
Well, I was
God.
gonna. I'm on biome 4. Come on.
It's wild, man. So, I mean, this is the best
Well,
news. And it's funny
It
that
makes me feel like I can take my time with it every time now.
Exactly.
I don't have to care.
Yeah,
I can
right.
just play the game.
Right, and I mean that means that you'll be able to actually enjoy the story. And then, well, here's one thing. One thing is they could have announced this during State of Play.
They could have.
They really could have, but they were like, no, this is its own standalone thing.
And when it
you
dropped, it was there.
know? It was just
Yeah.
there.
And I love that.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I
Absolutely.
almost would love it if we never knew about stuff until they came
see.
out.
That's what I'm saying, dude. People want too much information.
I think
all the
I
time.
think it'd be way cooler if it was always shadow drops or like, hey, this is coming out next week.
Right.
Yeah, hey, this is coming out in a month.
Right.
You know, that's
Exactly.
that's.
But how
my
would
favorite
they
shit.
build hype?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it'd be more hype
I
that
think
way.
Shadow Drops
I mean,
build hype, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
You know?
But
because you're not sitting there going like, oh, this new thing's gonna be like
It's
this
gonna
for
be
a
like
year.
this,
I think
or
it works
should be
better
like
now.
this, or I don't
Yeah.
like the way that it is. Maybe it should be like this, and then all of a sudden that builds up an echo chamber.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they're having to change stuff. You end up like Guilty Gear Strive.
Because
Yeah.
all these people have had an idea about what the game's gonna be
Right.
rather than
Right.
what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think SNK is really somebody to look at right now because of the way they're handling KOF 15.
Yeah.
And like just kind of like, dropping breadcrumbs, and then it's like, boom, here's what it is. And it's not, we're not asking you what you would like for it to be. We're just going to make it everything that you want it to be. And it's just like, oh, well, shit, I didn't know that was an option. Like we got fucking, she's like damn near Zato 1 over here.
Seriously.
Like she's looking sickening. Anyway.
So real quick, I'm just going to bump these out.
Robert Jordan?
There is a Wheel of Time.
Bam.
Miniseries, I guess.
Miniseries.
It's not a movie. It is a series.
It's a series.
There's no way they could be.
I'm just saying.
There's no way that could just be a movie.
They like doing dumb shit.
That's
sometimes.
True.
Yeah,
so it's coming out on Amazon, which means we'll be able to watch it. We'll probably talk about this.
About
totally.
it.
I don't see why we
watch
wouldn't.
It. Yeah.
It's like, this is a story series that. For many rivals, like A Song of Ice and Fire.
Absolutely.
It rivals.
And I've never read any of
these.
Like,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've read, I read the Wheel of Time, because it's another situation where Game of Thrones is actually just the first book in the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. No, I read 2 of the books, 2 or 3. I think I have, like, all of them.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I may have all of them. But then again, I just love collecting fantasy books.
Yeah,
regardless.
my brother-in-law is real big on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's told me kind of told me about it here and there. But
everything I've ever heard about it.
Yeah,
sounds
awesome.
awesome.
If you like badass women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name of the game here.
Yeah, totally.
You want strong females? Here we go.
It's the Wheel of Time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's gonna be
looks
lit.
okay. We're going to be on it.
We're going to be on it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a bunch of information about Call of Duty Vanguard come out. There's a whole bunch of new trailers. Most of them look really awesome.
Yeah, they do.
But the
Dope.
installation that they had, what was that, in Italy? Or is it in France?
That was in London.
It was in London. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. They have this big wall and they have all these zombie heads that are set up that make exactly the noises from
Call of Duty Zombies.
Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, which is
and when you walk
noises.
up to them, they're like,
and some of them like spit blood on you,
dude,
or like mist you. So people will be like posing next to them, taking pictures,
and then all of a sudden, it's so good.
Love it.
It's so fucking
awesome.
good.
Love it.
Yeah,
dude.
But what's with
great marketing.
Is that but what's with the install?
Oh,
it's like the install
size is going to be way smaller, like
than
half,
we were thinking.
half or less than what Call of Duty Cold War is.
Look. All right, so they did say that
what you got to say? What you got to drop on us,
What were the install sizes? Because they were actually like pretty fair.
80,
I think 87 gig on PS5.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're looking at. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the way that this is going to be day one.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Once we start getting our seasons, and once we start getting additional content, by the end of next year, by the end of 2022, mark my words, we're going to be right back up to 170, 180 gigs.
Yep.
And so this is great for, the game's
is
launching.
base.
You don't have to delete.
Base.
Yeah, it's like, please, you don't really have to delete Cold War. Actually, you do.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to delete it. But it's like, you don't have to delete every game on your hard drive just
Not
to
all
install
of them.
this one.
At least you can keep like 1 or 2.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But in about a year, it's going to be a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same way. Just give that SSD upgrade.
Yeah, but still looks cool. You guys should check out the trailers for the new shit.
Oh,
the
I'm
new
going to be
Zombies
streaming
is
it.
great.
It's going down.
I mean, we're going to have it.
Yes.
So we'll be playing the hell out of
It's
some
going down.
zombies. Also, there is free RE Village DLC coming out. That's all we know.
Well, that's not really much of a surprise to me.
It's
though.
not a surprise,
Yeah,
but
that was a lot of their model for Resident Evil 7, and then eventually they gave you DLC that you could pay for.
Yeah.
So I expect the same thing here, because they were like, pardon me, they said that they're doing this because of a lot of the fan response.
Yeah,
and
amazing fan response, right?
Demanding it, right?
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, you were already doing it. Like
they knew it. Yeah.
Man. Like you announced that there was going to be DLC for this game before the game launched. So
Right.
While this is news in my mind, it's just like, just come on. I think really,
But it being free is cool. That's all I'm really
yes,
getting
that's
at.
awesome.
Yeah.
I think what this is their way of distracting us from REverse. I think it's their way of being like, okay, well, there is more content coming for this thing that you paid for, and you expected 2 games from, and you only have this 1 game, and it's really awesome, but here's some more of that. So don't ask us about reverse, because that shit don't work.
I don't know, man. I guess like for me, when I got Resident Evil Village, it was like REverse was like, when you go to Sonic, and so you get a burger and you get some tots, and then you get a
get
drink.
1 curly fry in the tot.
No. You get those peppermints. They give you the peppermints.
Oh,
that
okay.
was our reverse. The peppermints in the bottom of the bag.
Damn, man.
That's all our reverse
Damn.
was.
You know how many people throw them
We
away?
didn't get no
I
peppermint.
don't even know they got peppermints. They just throw that shit away. They're just like, oh.
That's I don't
right.
know. I mean, that's.
But I didn't get my peppermints. I was expecting my peppermints. That's all I'm saying.
I was hyped to see RE-verse.
I wanted to play Jack
but
Baker.
I expected it to fail. That's the thing.
Seriously.
Like, out the gate,
Yeah.
I really did expect failure. And
Yeah.
so I'm kind of glad they just chose to just not do that to their brand.
Yep.
They're just like, it just makes me wish that they had rethought the entire thing from the beginning and never offered it to begin with. Right?
Yeah.
And just saved it for like another Raccoon City Chronicles or something else.
Because it looks like a fake ass Dead by Daylight or something.
Right.
It looks
and
like,
whenever
you
they
know,
do fix it,
Yeah.
they have to give it to us for free.
They
so
have
whatever
to.
work they're putting into it, they're not
pro
going to make
bono.
any money. It's pro bono, man. Yeah, right.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's some wild shit. I don't know. I don't care about
And-
RE-verse. I'll be honest with you. I want,
Scott's like, God
I wanna
damn
play-
it.
And
for real, dude.
last-
He's like, we're back on Resident Evil every week with you guys. Every week.
Every goddamn week.
Really?
dude, evil
How much
persists.
are you-
Okay?
Absolutely.
Evil
Can
fucking
you guys
evil.
talk about
persists. Yes, sir.
forever?
Which is
Evil
which
dies
Is
tonight. No, it
Evil
doesn't.
dies.
No,
it don't.
no.
No, it don't.
Which I
It
think
just
that's
keeps
a good
going
segue.
and
into-
going.
PlayStation
and
Plus
going.
games
Oh, we
for
already said it.
November are Knockout City, First Class Troubles, Kingdoms of Amalur. The cool thing
yeah, we
here
didn't
is that
say
we
those,
have
did we?
3 PSVR titles that are actually AAA quality.
I can't believe
Saints
these are the
and
3.
Sinners. Dude, until you fucking fall, that is mind-blowing by itself. Okay, good,
then the
good for everyone.
persistence.
And then the persistence. Those are just wins.
The persistence
wins,
is
wins.
something I think slid under the radar for a lot of people,
Right,
and it's
yes.
one that as long as you don't mind the roguelike style and you can do that in a first-person horror game,
Right.
horror, it's
scary as fuck.
It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
It's such a cool loop and everything, and you play it with the controller too. So,
Exactly.
you know.
So you can play it seated, just doing your thing.
Yeah, and you actually have good movement around and everything.
You
I'd
know,
like to
until
jump
you
back
fall,
on the
like
persistence.
definitely jump into that
God,
one.
until
but,
you fall.
But really, we all know Saints and Sinners.
Saints and Sinners is
free.
potentially like one of the best VR games. I mean, period.
Period.
It really is
Yeah.
in like top 5 VR games. Period.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Up there
now
with-
there's no excuse for people to not play that game.
Right.
And I
Except for
wonder,
not having a
and
headset.
Even if, well,
Yeah,
if you, hey,
exactly.
look, if you don't have a headset, throw it in your
Yeah,
library.
download them.
Yeah,
Put it in your
just
library.
go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
you'll get the headset eventually.
Yeah, if you do,
We know you
if
will.
you
We
if
know
you
you
do,
will.
you
You
definitely
know you
want
will.
this in your library.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
like it is. It's next level.
And you might as well. It's free.
And the other Walking
free.
Dead VR game
Mm-hmm.
sucks.
Well, it's just what it is. What it's unfortunate that that's what
That's what
Servius
happened.
put out.
Mhm.
Only because I'm a big Servius junkie, and so
Yeah.
I expected a little bit better. But
I think Servios bit off a lot at that
I
point
think
in
they
time.
did too. But I think Saints and Sinners came out of left field and,
And
was
they were
like,
like,
"Hey,
son of a bitch.
yeah," because they announced their
Oh,
game before
we
that.
had a cool game
Uh-huh,
until
and then
this.
Saints and Sinners came out, and it's like,
Never
fuck.
mind.
We are almost done with it. Just finish it, man.
Yeah.
Just put it out. Fuck
But
it.
they were like doing Battle Wake, and they were doing so much shit at once.
Yeah, they gave me Electronauts.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm eternally grateful.
There you go.
But
Go get them free games though.
I
There you
do
go.
feel bad for my boy Leighton, man. Like he, Yeti 311, you'll see him. He just bought Until You Fall. He just
oh
he
man.
just got it, and it's like I
Sorry,
think it was like
man.
$29.99.
Oh
$30.
no.
He just bought it. I'm just like, man, you might be able to contact Sony. They might refund it.
I purchased that a second time on the Quest just
Yeah.
because I was like, this is worth having wireless.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna get it for my Rift.
There's only a couple of games that I've bought. Well, you already got it. I'm gonna give you my Steam account.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, here we go.
That's what I'm saying. You'll
Yeah.
have you'll have
Hey,
you'll
there's
have
a
all
game.
the
Yeah,
good
there's
ones.
a game.
Yeah.
You were talking
Yeah,
about that.
well, yeah,
Huh?
right. Like I'm super hyped. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
So.
Main event.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay,
I was about to say, where's the freestyle cipher? Like, let's go.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna take my jacket
Man,
off.
that's on you.
Let's go.
We're talking about Halloween
I get it.
and
Yeah.
Halloween Kills. Because they are
I mean, it's one movie.
one
It's
big
one,
thing.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
one
yes.
big movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. We were talking about this before we started the show because I think you were talking to Philip, and I think he asked you if you were gonna watch both of them. You're just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh man, I'm probably just gonna watch Kills.
Yep.
And like when he told me that, I was just like, I wonder how far he's gonna get into this movie before he realized he absolutely has to watch
to.
Well,
the
I mean,
first
I'm just gonna
one.
watch Two Towers.
of course.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
I
just
thought-
gonna-
Exactly. That's how I felt about
exactly.
it. That's how I felt about it. I'm like, man, like this really sucks because I do want to watch Halloween Kills. And what really made it the hardest is that I felt in my heart of hearts, and this is why I hadn't watched 2018's Halloween up until last night, that I could just imagine it. I
Right,
always felt I
yeah.
felt like, you know what, Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, 2018. I know how this movie goes, and I could just kind of seamlessly watch Halloween Kills and be cool with it.
Right.
However, at the same time, because I didn't do any research on it, I didn't look at like how
Yeah.
the continuity worked or anything
I
like
didn't
that.
either. Yeah.
You know, I was just like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, I have 4 hours, so what I did was I kicked on Final Fantasy 14 and started doing some trials and doing some grindy stuff, and then just threw on movie 1, 2018, and then just kept on grinding, killing Biako over here while I'm watching Halloween Kills. Now, I will say that it was a lot harder to do that while watching Halloween Kills because I feel like Halloween Kills was a much more interesting movie.
Oh, than the first one? Okay. See, I think the other way around.
Really?
I think the first one's way better than the second one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel the same way. Although I won't say that I am particularly in love with either one.
Okay. Okay.
So we're just gonna look. Just spoiler cast out the gate.
Yeah.
sorry,
Halloween.
guys.
Y'all know how Halloween goes. You know what
People get
Halloween
fucking
is. You know
stabbed.
exactly
Hey,
right. They
hey,
get
did you
shanked
ever
up.
want to see Sarah Connor take on Michael Myers?
Yeah, that's kind of what goes on.
I mean,
here.
kind
Yeah.
of. Sarah Connor would have done way better.
Way
Sarah
better,
Connor would have.
yeah.
Sarah Connor was
Well-
also like 30 years younger, though. So
Well, yeah, fact. I mean,
But
there's
anyway,
that,
spoiler
but
cast
I don't,
from here
I don't
on
think
out.
it matters.
But so,
She would fuck Jamie Lee Curtis up.
man, we ain't trying to do.
I know. Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna bring Sarah into this, don't bring Sarah
Sarah
into
into
this.
no.
She's not
The
here.
only reason I mention is because that feels like the elevator.
No, it
pitch
really
for
does.
this
I
movie.
mean,
No,
yeah.
That
like-
feels like the elevator.
Because
Right,
the
right.
dynamic between the first original Halloween
Right,
and the way
yes.
Jamie Lee Curtis was the victim in that.
Yes,
and
and
then
now
in
she's
this one she
become
comes
more
back
of
as the
a
badass.
predator.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's
And
that
it's
dynamic.
not like she's like
Sounds like
equivalent
Sarah
to
Connor.
Man, come on.
Sarah
I'm just saying,
Connor.
Nobody's
Sarah
Sarah
Connor
Connor
can shoot.
badass. I know.
Sarah
I know.
Connor can shoot.
No one in either of these movies can shoot.
You're right.
No one in
Nobody.
either.
No
None of them.
They're all bad
At
shots.
any
The
point.
daughter shot him in the face.
Look, that was still an inaccurate shot. She shot him in the jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then
you hit me in the fucking ear.
yeah, you know, and he falls down. He gets immediately right back up. Just
Yeah,
like,
really.
all right, I guess I'm good. You fucked my mask up though, and you know, it's whatever.
Do we
So-
want to do a what had happened?
I mean,
Halloween.
I
Have you
think
seen Halloween?
I think
there you
that-
go. There's probably my biggest problem with both of these movies.
Okay.
I feel like they wallow in the original
Right.
a little too much.
They spend too
Okay.
much time
I can
being
agree with that.
Halloween
Wait,
instead of.
Now, I do think it was interesting, some of the callbacks,
Yeah.
but at a certain point, they started getting kind of annoying.
Okay.
I thought it. I
Okay.
wouldn't
Some
say
of them were
annoying. I would
interesting.
just say
Just kind of predictable.
lazy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Well, it seems celebratory.
Okay.
Right? It seems
Yeah.
more because basically what happens is they retcon everything after Halloween 1.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Halloween 1, Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills.
Kills.
And then Halloween Ends.
But
will
in
be,
Kills, they do a lot that references stuff from like 2,
Two.
Well,
and like
yeah, but-
3,
yeah,
and like
well,
well, like the
kind
scene.
of.
No, the scene with the cop. The scene with the cop stuff is from fucking 2. It's just from a different perspective.
And
Right,
the fact
right.
that they're in
But
a hospital the whole
the
time.
hospital
Yeah,
shit,
But
like,
the
it's-
hospital shit makes me so mad because all these people have been working with these patients for so fucking long. They're not just gonna all of a sudden go feral and just
Yeah,
want to kill
exactly,
everybody.
yeah.
All of a sudden, the whole mob mentality thing sweeps up.
That
They're-
got
yeah.
dumb real quick.
That got-
Right,
Yeah.
for real, dude.
Well,
especially
again-
knowing that this dude isn't even Michael.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And so
well,
now it's like
it-
everybody's gonna go and kill this dude, and it's like these people. There's research
And that's
done
where I
about
feel-
mental illness.
Yeah.
And these people have studied for years and years and
Well, they
years.
were
You know
trying
they
to-
know about
This
Michael
dude,
Myers.
He
You
killed
fucking
5
know.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's some shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Did he really do it? I mean, it's not really that bad. It was just,
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just like, Jesus, man, that wouldn't just make you flip into an animal.
The second movie, I wouldn't even say halfway through it, or way sooner than halfway, just kind of turns into an idiot plot. It's
Oh, yes,
it's
totally.
The only way for this plot to happen after after the introduction, after you get all your main characters set up, it turns into an idiot plot into where none of this
Facts.
could have happened unless everybody involved were fucking idiots.
Well, and
that's
also-
where
I
feel
don't
like
think the
it's-
first one did that.
Also,
though.
The first one I don't think did that.
Yeah.
I feel like the first one did do a really good job of setting up these characters. Maybe not quite as like Jamie Lee Curtis. Maybe she's been preparing all this time, and maybe she is a little bit more
Look.
capable than she was in the first one.
She's a prepper.
But yeah, she is a prepper. She's a fucking prepper.
That is my biggest problem with this movie. Is
Really?
that Jamie Lee Curtis would have never gotten to that level of desperation and frustration had it not been for Halloween 2, Halloween 3.
For Halloween 2
You know what I'm
and
saying?
3,
Because
right?
Halloween 1 is like, okay, after Halloween 1, they spun it where she was Michael Myers' sister.
Right.
Right? Okay, so you take all that element out. Why would she be now? She's just a paranoid woman. That's
Right.
pretty much all it is.
Yeah.
She's lived her whole life and pushed her entire family away and done all this shit, ruined everybody's lives. On a hunch that Michael Myers might come back to kill her.
And these
That's it.
and what you're saying is that the events of Halloween 1 seem minuscule to cause this effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what they try to
Well-
reference in the movie. It's like, people
Well,
do different things under trauma.
Yeah.
And maybe it can make you, overly paranoid, et cetera, et
It
cetera.
can, but at the same time, it's just like they do try to undercut that thing to where it's just like Michael isn't coming after anybody in particular anyway, and yet through both of these movies, you have, first off, Jamie Lee Curtis, who's just like, he's
after
obviously
me!
coming back to me, and then in
And
the
cop's
next
like,
one,
nah, it was actually me. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
my
yeah,
fault.
it's
I
just
should've
like
shot him in the
and,
head.
and,
Right.
and
Or
in
let
fact,
dude
and in
shoot him in
fact,
the
if
head.
you watch Michael Myers, he ain't coming for nobody.
No, he's just
man,
trying to go
coming for-
home.
He's
coming for-
trying to go
home.
home.
Yeah.
But
But there's part of that I kind of dig. Like the
Yeah,
him going home
and I-
thing.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
that's what he
agree.
does, man. It was like
Right.
he stalks and kills, and then he goes home.
I like
I'm like,
the-
okay, he didn't really do a lot of that. He did it once, and
Yeah.
I don't know how that becomes a recurring pattern if we don't have sequels. So.
Right.
But
exactly.
I also
Yeah, it's
like
kinda
the
weird.
concept that all he's trying to do is go back and stand in the room and stare in the window because that was the only
Stare
thing
at
that
his
felt
reflection.
because that was the only thing that felt comfortable for him.
Right,
I kind of like that in a weird way.
I-
that like everybody's just
well,
in the
I-
way of him going and standing
Yeah,
by himself.
well,
and
and
then
I
people
do
live
like
there now.
that
It's
he's
like,
not
God.
specifically trying to
Jesus,
hunt
man.
down
Get out of my house.
somebody.
Get out of my
a
house.
specific victim.
No,
He's not
he's not-
going
he's not
after a
trying to-
specific victim.
No.
I do like that they brought Michael back to that just kind of, hey,
Well,
here's a dude who got
and
out and
actually,
now he's just
Michael wouldn't have even been going that way if it weren't for the doctor. The doctor took him back to the neighborhood.
right.
Yeah, doctor took him there. And
Doctor
so
also stabbed a cop in the
he
neck.
stabbed a cop in the
Fuck,
neck. Just,
man.
oh,
And
that's
then
what it
put his
feels like.
mask on
Yeah.
and went woo 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 woo.
Yeah, dude.
That
and
shit made me laugh.
And then how they
I
put the
was like,
doctor
no,
there, like how the
no,
doctor
this
was
old-ass
present
motherfucker.
when Michael Myers was almost killed the first time.
Yeah.
and he like stopped the cop from
Yeah.
shooting him and shit. And it's just like, yeah, well, you fucked up.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Man,
and so-
you know what line I really dug in the second one was
I
the
forgot
couple.
my stethoscope.
It's that's good. But the couple, how she would be like, oh yeah, well I'm a doctor,
I'm a
and
doctor.
he's a nurse.
Yeah, yeah. And but that was another problem. It's like they kept focusing on characters that
don't matter,
They don't
dude.
matter at
They
all.
don't matter
Like,
at all.
Nobody's like, who is the main character?
Well, and I
Look,
will say,
And what's his
in
name?
the second one, yes, I agree with that.
But the first one didn't do that.
the first
first
one,
one
well, yeah,
pretty much
but,
focused
but the first one also
on-
just tried to humanize him as like some aimlessly wandering old man. He's just some old dude, he's not like this embodiment of pure evil. He's just like an old dude, but once he gets his mask on, now all of a sudden he's like super
And then in
powerful.
the second one, he's basically a phantom. that
Right,
you can't
exactly.
fucking kill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder what it must look like? Like the whole time I was watching the movie, I always think about what it looks like when Michael Myers is off camera, because if he is his only enemy, Michael Myers' biggest weakness is the camera. All right.
Yeah,
Once he's off
yeah.
camera, he can teleport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I imagine
They
that he
did the
moves kind of like
teleport
the
from first
ring or
person.
something. Yeah. Right.
They did that shit at the very end of the second one.
Yeah.
He teleported up on the Batman.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, dude. And so that's the thing, man. It's like if you just put the camera on him, you're good. You know what I'm saying?
so
You'll be
all you
walking
need is
real
just
slow.
a digital camera. Oh shit! Pull your phone
Hey,
out.
dude, GoPro.
Yeah.
You just keep a
Oh,
GoPro
man.
at all times, man. You
Yep.
win.
If you can see him, he's fucked.
He's fucked. Absolutely. If you
Man.
can't, I'm sorry. You can come from anywhere. And then, how come? Why was this man just so head slammy?
Oh, he
there
was so
much
head
slamming.
slammy, dude.
There was just slam. Okay,
I think
got this
they
new guy.
replaced him
Slam,
with. I
slam.
think they replaced him with a Terminator.
Man,
Right,
yeah,
Like,
but Terminator
that's
gets
how
it done.
Terminator's
Terminator
fight.
gets it done in one slam.
Absolutely.
Though.
No,
Bah, and you're done.
No, he reached in through the window, grabbed you, bam, bam, bam. He reached in through the car, bam, bam.
Reached through the banister,
through the
bam,
banister.
bam,
Now the
bam.
banister kill was dope.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That was good.
That
because
was
the banister
good.
He goes
broken,
down and-
he like stabs him in the neck. with,
And
like,
then he
part of the
walks
broken
down the
banister, then up
stairs
top.
and just like looks at him and is just like, man, he's still alive.
Here's where I
Crack.
was hoping that he was gonna do something creative there. I felt like that neck snap was kind of lazy.
It was,
You know,
but it was
I wanted
still
him to
funny.
just be like, sure,
and smash his head off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a movie called High Tension?
High tension.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, when he like
Dude.
puts the girl like her head through the balcony, and then he gets the dresser and just
Dude.
like pushes the dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
You mean she, right?
Huh? Haha.
I think he's
Okay. Getting political here. Getting political. I mean, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying,
Alex.
not wrong.
Alex.
Oh my
Alex.
god.
Oh my god! If you haven't watched that movie, watch
High
it.
tension's amazing.
So good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
so good.
absolutely one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, of
It's-
all time,
Yeah, of all
dude.
time. One of my
Of
favorite
all
horror
time.
films,
Oh,
slasher
man.
films, whatever.
Bro,
Yeah.
and how he has those collections of the images on his rearview mirror.
Yeah,
You know, like,
creepy. Ooh, good solid murder van.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Also-
a solid murder van.
I do want to bring this.
Yeah.
I think the cinematography dips in quality in between movies as well.
Oh yeah, because the first one seemed to be shot better, and it seemed to
just
yeah.
overall,
Uh-huh.
it just seems to be. It
Yeah.
seemed to be edited. Well, I mean, overall, I think the first one's a better movie.
Yeah.
Just overall.
Mm.
You know, I think the story's more compelling. I think the kills are more interesting, even though they're a little bit less.
All the kills
Man.
are kind
I think-
of a little boring.
Yeah, that's
can
actually how
be.
I feel
They
across
can
both
be.
movies. Is that most of the kills are
But
like,
I think the acting is better in the first movie.
he did stab
Now,
that bitch
I
in the
think-
neck with the fluorescent
He
light,
did,
and I
he
was
did.
like,
that was like, wow.
And then, but no. Then her husband's over the counter, and he starts testing out all the knives.
All the different knives.
He'll pull them
Shink.
off and be like, "Nah, that ain't it."
I don't like that one.
Shink.
No.
For real.
Let me get the Wustov over here. That's gonna be the one.
Yeah, man. And so I mean, it was
Ooh, this Damascus.
you know, like it was entertaining.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel like it was super surprising. And then
It was
and then
not surprising.
Here's the
No.
biggest problem,
No.
Karen.
Oh.
Karen.
Karen.
That was like the worst acting I've probably ever. And I know that initially I'm like, this is very intentional, you know,
Yeah.
and they're making her like overly, you know, cheese it up
Yeah.
because these are, you know, really kind of, you know, 80s
And she
cheesy
does not
movies.
shut the fuck up.
And she
either.
does
No.
not, and she's got the
Yeah.
worst speaking voice.
Yeah.
And
She's probably the weak
The
link as
best-
far as acting.
True.
So, I would
Absolutely.
say.
The weakest.
Until
Absolutely.
you get to the
well,
second movie,
exactly.
in
And
which
then you have-
acting just kind of
what's his
takes a
name?
nosedive
Is it like,
overall.
Is it like Steve or something like that, where he's just
Steve.
like, he's an apex predator.
Yeah.
You know, there will be no mercy.
That dude.
You know, and
Yeah.
he takes a baseball
Evil
bat.
dies
I'm like, a bat? Like that's what you're going to
Yeah.
You stole this dude's bat because I
That's,
think
what's
the
that guy's
best
name?
actor.
That's the dude from Weird Science.
The best
I can't think
actor
of his-
in this movie was the bartender.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
dude.
saying? That
Yeah.
motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, my dad's bad, and they came on messing him up. So, you know, if he come back around here, he don't work around here.
Did
You
you?
know, like, boy, and he
That was-
stole that man's bat. He just took it.
He did
you
steal
know,
his
he
bat,
took it.
yeah.
And so, but Karen had she had that one point where she was yelling and screaming, just like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And then Michael shows up, and then she's like, gotcha. You
Yeah.
know, shoots
Oh,
him in the
yeah.
face, misses. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis, or clips his cheek.
Like this was
Chin.
this was a trap.
You know, exactly. You know, and it's just
Yeah.
like, well, if it's
They
a
set
trap,
that house on
Yeah.
fire.
how come no one's
Yeah.
learned how to double tap? How come
yeah.
no one has learned?
That's what
how to-
I was
It's like when
wondering.
when she
It's just-
stabbed in the back
well,
of his head,
No, and
and
you,
then
you
just
keep going. You keep
yeah,
going, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
and then it just gave him a
All
knife.
these
Yeah.
motherfuckers,
Just-
you've seen these
Let
in
me
the
leave
second
this in
movie
here.
at the very end when okay, so the very end. This is
Of one or two?
dummy of the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the second one when Karen leads Michael out of the fucking house.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she runs down the street and then like. Everybody in the village is like ganging up on her. Why didn't any of them motherfuckers have a gun?
Yeah,
and
for
the
real.
ones that did have a gun, why didn't they just start fucking double tapping?
Uh-huh.
Again, it's a fucking idiot plot.
Yeah.
Why did she even have to run down an alleyway?
She got
why
killed in
weren't
a
those
dumbass
motherfuckers?
way.
Yeah, why
Mhm.
weren't those
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
just waiting for him to come
And
out?
why did that couple
Yeah.
have that pitchfork? Because he
Yeah,
even said
dude.
he was like, "Well, next time I'm gonna answer the door with a pitch," You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
why do you have a
Pitchfork?
pitchfork, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you
It's
doing? You live in
Chekhov's
suburbia,
pitchford,
bro.
bro. Shotgun?
Like, what? Yeah.
like,
Thank
yeah.
you.
For
You know,
real.
especially because she's like, this one's tactical. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And all I did was blow his fingers off when he put his hand on the
that
muzzle.
wasn't tactical.
You know what I'm saying? I was expecting some movement, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that she was going to be ready. She was not.
She
No, he
not
was doing
ready.
his head bash thing.
Yeah, right. On everybody, dude.
Well,
Everybody could have some.
And the thing is, even if you are just bouncing off of the original, she should know better than to get close to a window.
Right,
Laurie Strode
exactly.
should at least
She
know
should
not to
fucking
get
know
next
better.
to a fucking
Exactly.
window.
Yeah, exactly. I did love how when she was moving through the house, like every time she went into another room, she closed the previous room off.
See,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
like
I'm like,
that.
that's hot.
Yeah.
There
That's
were
hot.
some good ideas in the first one.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there were some good ideas. There's a good
I mean, the
good
two
ideas
people making the
overall.
Yes.
podcast are assholes.
Right.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, facts.
Fuck. I kind of liked the whole the bus crash situation. I liked that.
Well,
whole thing,
I love how
you know?
there's a lot
I also
that
like that
happens
they
off
circle
camera.
that back
Uh-huh.
around. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like one of the guys that escapes from the bus ends up being the guy who stole Weird Science Kid's car.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they thought that was Michael Myers, which
right.
made
They
the
ended up
whole
chasing
town
him.
fucking flip
Now, I
out.
will say
Yeah.
that was one of the best shot scenes is when
Oh,
he
yeah.
jumped. Like that scene of God damn it, this mic. That
Mic
scene
check.
of Mike Chet, Mike Chet. That scene of him falling. It was all
Yeah.
first person. You know,
Uh-huh.
they really give you that feeling of like inertia, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You really have that feeling of wow, that's what it would be like. And then when he hit that explosion of his head and
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
You know, because the camera even like tips. Like
As
head down,
he's
like
falling.
yeah, like it was really well shot. Like I like
Absolutely.
that one a lot.
Yeah, but for them to try to make
well-
this like social commentary section, and then to
Yeah.
have it where it's
Oh.
like here's a
That's
here's
what
a
they said was
turning
supposed
us
to be happening
all
with the
into
third one.
monsters.
The third
you
one
know?
they said is supposed to address like the pandemic and
Of course.
well,
all these.
I'm just mean in that situation, as
Right.
far as them talking about mob mentality,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they have this commentary kind of on like people will
Oh,
get riled up over
explain,
anything.
They explain themselves the whole way.
Right,
through
they
this.
do.
Well, and they
do,
try,
but-
but they're not getting very deep into what they're actually trying to say, which makes what they're trying to say feel very weak.
And
in
then
the
they play it off
context,
with-
and
with
yet they're being
murder.
so heavy-handed with it
I mean,
that
facts.
it's just like, really, guys? I mean, again, it goes into that idiot plot thing.
Yeah.
You can't one random dude going into a hospital.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude,
doubt it would turn into just
No,
a
there's-
fucking
there's no way.
riot.
There's no
No,
way.
it
You
wouldn't.
know,
Yeah.
It would not.
like-
And then also, you remember when the cop fucking looks at him, the old cop from the original.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
looks at him. He's like, "Well, that ain't Michael." And he's
That
like,
ain't
"Well, he
Michael."
always wears a mask.
What
How do you
I-
know?"
What
Right.
I love
He's like,
after-
well, look at the shape of his body.
After
Yeah.
everybody,
you know what I mean? That doesn't
Yeah.
look anything like
The-
Michael.
Michael's not Tubby.
You know,
The
and then they
police-
even
Yeah.
showed on the
Yeah.
police report, like they
People
showed.
have seen Michael. He's been in
Well,
fucking
but
about to
jail.
they
say-
showed the two
They showed his
inmates
face.
that escaped.
Yeah.
So they showed Michael. They blurred it out for us, so we
Yeah.
couldn't see it as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed Michael and they showed the other dude. So everybody would have known, like, hey,
You
there's
know,
another guy.
But isn't
And-
that kind of strange the way that they
like, just
almost
tie your
show
shoelaces,
Michael
man.
a bunch of times?
I did,
They almost
yeah.
show Michael a
right?
bunch
They just
of
show like
times.
a bit of his cheek.
Well,
Right,
okay, so I
you
will
know,
say something that I
his
really
beard.
liked in the first one,
Yeah.
where you constantly see Michael walking in the background.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you
you
know,
always see him. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
always
well, that's
just
and
out
that's
of-
more like
out
the
of
original
view.
Halloween.
I did
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did like the way that they did that.
and
know.
I'm
like
telling you, he just wants to stay off camera, man.
Yeah.
That's where his power is. It's off camera.
Mhm.
You know, that's what it is.
you know the first movie really plays with the shadows in this cool way. You know what I mean? There's so many scenes where if you're not really paying attention, you might not see where Michael.
I mean, because they're very dark movies,
super dark
as well.
movies, yeah.
like,
and I feel like there's this isolation feeling in the original Halloween, right? There's this
oh, you don't get that one
going on.
here.
You don't get that at all
No.
with
It
these
is
movies.
everybody.
No.
We're all involved.
Yeah.
And then they go up to like their
Neighborhood
having
watch
the,
sucks.
The Halloween party. They're having a Halloween party. They're having a little talent show, whatever.
Yeah.
The dude's up there with the puppet, which was kind of dope.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know, he
that
just
was really fun.
kept wanting to say, what is it?
Shit.
Yeah. Over and over. He
Yeah.
sing this song.
Yeah.
And I loved his makeup too.
Yeah,
But then he
that was
comes
great.
up there. The guy grabs the mic. He's like, well, you know, we are survivors of Michael Myers, and I just wanted to
I wanna tell this
introduce
story.
who these
Yeah.
people are. You know, I was that boy in the story, and then here we are together, and I just want to say cheers. It's
Yeah.
like, this is a talent show, bro.
You just
Like,
you just totally brought the room down.
you know, for real, dude. Everybody's
can't at
having
least
a
tell a
great
joke?
time. Yeah, for real. And then
That's
you're
where
gonna go
you
out-
need the hook off stage.
Right,
Like-
for real. Wrap that gavel up, B. You know what I'm saying? But the worst thing is like even after all of that, no one was prepared for combat.
Nobody.
Nobody. They're
all
like,
these people that are ready to
we're gonna
rush
hunt 'em
out
down.
couldn't do shit.
Yeah, dude.
They all got stabbed up at the
Absolutely.
end.
And then,
Dude,
I mean,
he
why didn't everybody
took-
get together? He had a fight sequence. Michael Myers had a Neo-esque fight sequence where he's just breaking motherfuckers down left and right. And it's like,
And
what is
meanwhile,
this?
the whole time they're having a monologue over it where she's like, "He's just become evil. He's no longer a
Yeah,
person
that was a
anymore."
little.
Yeah,
again,
right.
that's that heavy-handedness that just doesn't go.
You don't have to
anywhere.
say it. Show
Yeah,
it. You don't have.
Exactly.
You know.
right. Right.
Yeah. The second movie was heavy-handed with the way that they overtold you. But I thought that it was funnier and had some more interesting kills than the first one.
Dude, I tell you what made me laugh the most.
Yeah.
After the hospital riot, everybody's going around and like freaking out trying to chase this one dude down.
Yo,
you get
Martha Wolf.
another scene where the you get another scene where the chief of police is sitting there on the stairs looking all sad.
Oh, yeah.
And it pans down and it's just this cowboy hat that he's been
Totally.
running. And it's just been crushed.
It's just been crushed. He's not sad about anything else. They fucking stepped on his hat.
They fucked up his hat. And I was
that-
just
that
like,
dude's
man.
the
My
guy-
daddy gave me that hat.
That guy was from Eastbound and Down.
Oh
Yeah, like he was the guy when he was on the sports show. The guy that he had the conflict with. Do you remember that at all? It was like season 4, 3 seasons.
No, I didn't watch that far into
Oh man, it's not as good, really.
No,
Season 1 and 2 are fucking amazing,
Oh,
and then after
absolutely.
that, it's
It's whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, they had a lot of comedians in Kills.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
couldn't believe
a
it.
lot.
I kept seeing
They had
comedians.
Stewart.
They did
Yeah.
have Stewart. Yeah,
You know?
I love it how he put their bodies the same as in their couples picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
Once
yeah.
he killed them.
Why did she grab the knife? Why did she pull the knife out?
Really?
Like,
What the fuck
Yeah.
are you doing?
What are you
yeah.
doing?
I love that
You
part
have
where
a
he's like,
fucking shot.
well, I have this knife.
oh yeah.
He's like, I
And
have this
have
knife.
Yeah, and then he's
It's
like,
Big
my
John and
God.
Little John.
Big John. Little John.
Oh
I
God,
love
dude.
it.
John.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was funny. It had some
right.
moments, right?
Yeah.
But this was kind of a cheesy movie.
Well, I think that it's
just
a
kind of
really good
you know?
like weekend date night Halloween movie.
Watch it
Yeah.
for
You know,
Halloween.
like,
yeah, totally.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
just don't expect anything like genre redefining or
Yeah.
just expect more Halloween. And actually, even in the grand expanse of the Halloween franchise,
Just expect Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
It's
The
just-
first one,
yeah.
especially
Michael Myers,
like really
he's
both
gonna
of
be
them,
stabbing folks.
Yeah.
It's like because I mean you can see a
because
lot
it
of
is
these kills
beat for
coming.
beat
right.
the original movie.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
flip some things.
They
but yeah.
flip some things.
Yeah.
Like Laurie Strode falls out the window instead of Michael.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it is beat for beat that original movie.
What outfit did she wear for the premiere? I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. What's with the
See,
outfits?
that's why you gotta always show up because you're giving us the info that we don't have.
Yeah. Did she just dress up like Lori? Like what did she do?
What'd she do?
Did she have a bloody dress on?
Did she wear the Michael Myers mask? She
She
dressed up
as
like
a mom from Psycho.
Psycho.
That's good.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
that's
good. I love Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis.
I
Man.
love-
You
yeah.
know, I'm super happy
Me
to
too.
see her doing
Yeah.
the thing.
I
and,
think she did a good
she
job in the
plays
first
a
movie.
phenomenal old.
Dude.
Yeah, she plays a phenomenal
The
old Lori.
scene at the beginning. I guess it's the very beginning of the second movie when the firefighters are riding past, and
Oh,
she's
She's
like,
like,
"Let it burn!" That had me hype. I was like,
but at the
"Oh
same time,
yeah."
I'm like,
This is
why
gonna
don't
be
y'all
right.
just stop? I mean, I know she's bleeding and shit, but
Yeah.
we got
Turn
bigger
around.
problems. She will gladly die to confirm
Oh,
that he's
absolutely.
dead. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Maybe y'all want to go back.
Yeah,
Maybe.
It seems like the three of those ladies should have been like, "Yo, we gotta
or
fucking
maybe
stop them."
if y'all knew y'all had this plan, you
Yeah.
should have had an emergency, like phone or something, just something be like ready to call the fire department.
With all
and be
the
like, hey,
planning she
I'm about
had,
to
she didn't have
to-
a cell phone on
right?
her.
Like
She
I'm
didn't
gonna
have a-
have to burn this house down because
Well-
Michael Myers is in the basement. I'm gonna need you to let it happen.
You
liked
know,
the kid that got
granddaughter
put on the
did
spike.
get her
Oh, I
cell
saw that
phone
coming,
thrown
dude.
in
The
cheese.
second the girl jumped over it, because she jumped over it so easily, dude. Like
Yeah.
when she jumped over that fence,
Yeah.
with those like fucking spiky ass posts.
You can't
everywhere.
jump over a fence like
Dude,
that.
She just jumped. She was
She-
like,
yeah.
whoop, and I was just like, oh man, I'm like,
No,
ooh, somebody's
that's how you
gonna
rip
die.
your jeans.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
yeah,
like-
been there before. I've done that.
Done
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, somebody's gonna die on that.
Yeah.
And then he struggle busts his way up to it. He can't even like get half of his body up, and it's just like, oh yeah. And Michael just eases him down.
Yeah.
Here you go. So just let it happen. Let it happen. You know, and so, God, man.
Yeah.
You go here.
I don't know. I think these are worth checking out if you want a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
the same regard, they're nothing amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And I wonder how much of that is because
You
we
know what?
watched Terrifier last week.
Oh,
you know what I'm
totally.
saying? Like,
I think I like
want-
Terrifier more than both of these.
I do.
Yeah.
There's no question. I
Yeah.
definitely like.
I had
Terrifier
a more enjoyable experience watching that fucking clown, and also
Be
that movie's
terrible.
an hour 20, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Terrifier's
Yeah,
an
in
hour
and out.
20. This was 4 hours of okay.
Well, all right.
All right,
You know,
we're getting to
it's
it.
Halloween.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
And then what about them badass kids?
Them
You know,
badass kids.
I was
Fuck
ready.
those kids.
I was ready to fuck those kids, man. Those are the worst
You
kids.
notice
They didn't
they're
get
wearing
shanked up,
the.
though.
They're
Oh,
wearing
I know
the-
it makes me so
And
fucking
you know
mad
what?
because he killed a girl.
He did.
He killed
outright.
one.
He killed
Immediately.
the kid in the car too. He killed the kid in the truck.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
so
did.
he's killing
And that
kids.
kid was awesome.
That kid
was
was
a
cool,
cool
He
kid.
was
but these
man,
shit
it's
ass
like,
Halloween.
Dad, it's like I don't want to go hunting. He's like, I got
Halloween
I got
3
dance
masks.
class.
Yeah, the Halloween
What?
3 masks.
He's like, I got dance
Motherfucker,
class. I
yeah.
just want to go to dance class. There's like, is dance class that important to you? He's like, well, yeah, it's kind of my thing, man.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like hunting, you know, and I like spending
I'll still
time
go
with
on the
you, Dad.
weekends
I'm
with
like,
you,
know,
Dad, but-
exactly,
Yeah.
but I want to go to dance class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
He
it.
got fucking killed.
He got fucking killed.
Why'd they get out of the car? They're like, oh, this is a bus full of crazy folks that have escaped. Let me
for
get
real.
out
Let
of
me
the
get out
car and check.
The kid was like,
Who d-
He's like, Dad. And the dad's like, no, it'll be fine. And he just
No.
believed his father, you know. Well,
And then he calls
what
the
settled
cops.
him down was like, call the cops. He's like, oh, okay. He's
I
like,
guess I'll
do
go
that.
check too.
Yeah,
Let me go
right.
check.
Yeah, that was weird. He told the cops that he was gonna go check.
Uh-huh.
Like, well, why?
Why the fuck?
Why?
No.
Idiot plot.
The idiot.
plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, is it technically that black woman's fault that that other dude got killed, got pinned for being Michael Myers? Because she was like, Michael Myers is in my back seat. But it was really the other guy that escaped. He was just back there. And then
So
everybody
it's the
came out
doctor's
and
fault.
they just believed.
They did. They just
They
believed.
just believed it. And then all of a sudden, you know, so they start running him down.
Dude, you're right. Because
Wow.
nobody else confirmed this is Michael Myers.
No.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Right.
And to be honest,
And
like
it was on
like,
the same TV.
why
in
would
the
you
same
walk
bar.
up to her car and bash her windshield in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Like, you tell the motherfucker to get out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't
and
bash-
They were all just standing in front of the vehicle.
Right,
I
but
found
what
that
the
really
hell is-
interesting. I was like, wow, they're just going to stand right in front of that car that's on. That's on.
That they
Moron.
that
crazy
a-
person
that
is
a-
in, just like, okay.
Well,
just
somebody
right in
they think is a known killer
Yeah.
is
Absolutely,
in.
is in.
There's
and
no way he's
doesn't
gonna step
think
on
that
the gas.
front. No, he
Yeah.
would never do that.
No.
Absolutely
He uses
not.
knives, guys. He doesn't do this.
Have you seen his movies? Have you seen his
Yeah,
movies?
come on.
All right, he'll improvise every once in a while. Never with a car, never with a gun.
No.
Yeah.
You know? I was kind of hoping that he was going to pop off a round, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I just wanted to see
Yeah.
it. I just wanted to see if he was going to, just take the shotgun and kill one person and then just frown, like put it down.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
it
like,
like, this isn't for me.
That feels unnatural.
I can't stand guns.
Oh man, it'd be so funny.
Enjoyable enough.
Yeah. It was okay. It was okay.
okay.
Maybe the third one will
but
round out
here's-
the story.
There we go.
Dude,
Thank you
yeah,
very
and
much,
that's the
Philip.
thing.
Because here's the issue: both of the first two movies feel like setups.
I think the
Yeah.
first
I
one
feel like
could have
setups
been a
for-
good.
It
Could have
could
been.
have been.
It could have been.
It could have
It
been
could have
good
been.
enough.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If it
But
was standalone.
Two is
is
just set up.
definitely
It's
set up.
just set up.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
all it is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I did feel like when the house is burning and he's down there in the basement, that for this to be something that she put her entire life into, I was like, why didn't you go for combustion? It's
Yeah.
like you went with burn the drapes. You know what I'm saying? You went with let me set a fire
didn't
all
see no red
around
barrels
you.
in there.
Let me put
Right.
or
We
even
should've
just
seen it.
like flood the place with gas,
Yeah.
and then spark the fire. So
Yeah.
you get some kind of
Get the
combustion.
fuck out.
Yeah.
and
It's
then
like,
click.
dude, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, man, he's in the house and it's burning. And it's like, yeah, but he's cool with that. You know,
I mean,
He didn't
or
care.
hey,
He doesn't
he's
fucking
trapped.
care. He wasn't even on
You
fire.
got a shit ton of guns. Shoot him in the head.
unload all of them.
All of them.
You know,
You
you have
know?
all these guns. No grenades. You didn't.
Yeah, no
choose to-
grenades, no nothing.
you didn't-
yeah.
People just don't like explosives. I don't get it, man.
Right.
We need more Relentos
We
in the
need-
world.
Absolutely.
I mean, except for-
absolutely. He just be dropping them.
rolls and
rolls.
grenades
Oh,
come out.
God damn it.
Mic check. Damn.
This is
Hey,
mic check.
guys,
Your
I'm
mic
just-
works
I'm just
straight.
gonna
Well,
suggest
it moves. It starts here, then it
It does.
slowly.
It does. We
eases.
need to get that angle out of it.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna
also,
see.
y'all should flip them. You see how I don't have any of this thing going on?
Yeah, I
Alright,
can't
well, we
say
can-
anything.
we
I
can worry about
used
that.
to.
We got flip.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
gonna
Yeah,
flip both of y'all's mics.
Flip mode is
Flip
the squid
mode.
it is the squid All right. But I mean, what would you say
Squid
if you had to
odd
give it
game.
a squid odd game? Okay, so all right. So what we got?
Oh, we gotta ask Tandy.
Yeah,
Hold on.
ask Tandy.
Well, what's the?
The right
So
question.
we already did how it looked,
How many pumpkins?
how it sound.
Okay.
sounded okay. I mean, like the Halloween theme was there.
Yeah.
They did.
Yes.
Actually, you know what I will give this movie infinite credit for is the intro sequences to both of them.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are awesome.
Absolutely.
Those are
Dude,
great.
not only
Yes.
do they look great, like as far
They're
as
unique within the franchise.
they're unique, and
Yeah.
they very much look like they were done on 80s film
oh,
stock.
yeah, they do.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I love it so much. And
I love the first one the most because that
The
fucking pumpkin.
Yes.
That's obviously they just sat a pumpkin down with a camera in it and, just
let it
rot
rot.
the fuck
Uh-huh.
away,
And then
have
reverse it.
and then reverse it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Love
that was
it.
So fucking
was so
cool.
good.
It was amazing. Also, I got to give credit to the there's something on the camera that's facing Scott.
Oh, it's this right here.
There's
It's
something.
this. You see
Oh,
this
oh,
right
you-
here.
oh, 'cause-
That's something we'll deal with later. Thanks for letting us know, though.
I see it.
We know about it. We just need to position that. We're not gonna fix it
Just
now.
don't fix it now. Just leave
Don't
it.
worry
Just
about
leave
it now.
I just
Leave it.
did. I just
Oh,
fucking
okay.
fixed
This is
it,
the
guys.
end of the stream.
So it'll be fixed next time. I just fixed it. I was just
Thank you.
told.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
just informed.
Thank
of
you,
this.
thank you for letting us know. Now it's gone.
And now Philip can't stop looking at it. It's like, oh god.
You can't tell me about a problem and not expect me to try to fix it. Hey, there's this problem. Yeah, don't worry about
All right,
No,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good. No.
it. You
You're
should have known.
good.
You should have known.
Yeah, you really should have known.
I'm obsessive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did know. I just didn't say anything.
Right.
See, Scott knew.
For real. You notice how Scott didn't even look at it? You know, it's just like, okay, eyes forward.
Yep.
We're looking
That's
this
right.
way. Don't even glance at it because he's going to see it too.
That's right. Don't draw attention. Don't draw attention.
That's probably why the frame rate was all fucked up earlier. Scott's over here just like, let's hit that lag box.
No,
Like,
yep.
don't look at it. Okay, all right.
No. Stop it with the lag box.
And so,
So how
yeah.
many William S. Pumpkins are we giving these movies?
Like 2.5.
2.5 William S.
Yeah,
Pumpkins?
and a half.
I'll give it.
That's
a
out of
solid-
5, right?
I'd give the
I would, yeah. That's
out
what
of
I'm guessing.
5. I
Out
don't
of
know.
5.
I'd give the first one a 3.
Mm,
I think it's.
okay.
I think the first.
First
the
one's a
first
3,
one
second one's a 2.
is
2 and
middle.
2.5.
Is
People love the second
good
one.
enough.
See, I don't like the second one as much.
people love it. Like right now, it's doing very, very well in
Well,
theaters.
good.
Like people.
You
are-
know,
I don't.
I'm
I
glad,
mean,
yeah.
you know, if the thing is, if all you
The-
want is
the
a dumb
problem-
slasher movie,
well,
then you
here's
got
the-
it.
It's like who's
right?
it for, right? Is it for your Halloween fans?
No.
In which case, exactly, because
Yeah,
we don't
no,
need you to
it's
keep
not.
telling us
Yeah.
all this shit. We
Right.
get it, right? Or is it for people who don't know anything about Halloween?
It
True.
seems like yeah.
That's
Where
really
does
what
it
it is.
fall?
Again, this is literally a soft reboot. They may be billing it as a sequel to the original, but it is absolutely a fucking soft reboot.
Right.
Because again, you watch that first movie, take the fact that fucking Jamie Lee Curtis, that Laurie Strode is older and that she's a prepper out of it. It beat for beat is that original movie.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
things happen
Right.
at the exact same time that
Yeah.
it would have.
Yeah.
You know,
it does feel like it feels overly familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the entire time
absolutely.
that you're watching it, if you know anything about Halloween Legacy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it. No, I was about to make a comparison, but it's a bad one. Never mind. Just fuck that. Hey, Tandy.
Tandy, don't fuck this up.
Happy Halloween, Tandy.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
Tandy.
Halloween.
Now, would you recommend Halloween or Halloween Kills for these fine people to watch on Halloween? What do you think?
Why not?
This motherfucker said, ask again.
Oh.
Tandy.
All right, look, Tandy.
No,
weeks
wait,
in a row.
wait. Now I understand. Tandy needed a moment to think about that.
Look, Tandy.
You know, I was like, I got to process this because that's a complicated question. Should people watch it? Sure, why not? But should they watch it?
Ask again.
Ask
right?
again.
Ask again.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Okay.
All right, Tandy.
You've had time to think.
Should people watch these movies? He said, forget it.
Wow.
All right.
Now
Okay.
that's an unpopular opinion, but I understand why you have it.
I get it.
See, but Tandy saw the original. He's a big fan of the original.
Absolutely.
right.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Tandy's OG.
Absolutely.
He prefers, you know.
Absolutely.
I can't
He's
hate
like
it.
Halloween 2 and 3 did happen.
Plus,
Okay.
he's
Right.
more of a Friday 13th guy.
Exactly, right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, did
man.
we ever? Should we ask Tandy who would win in a fight
Between Jason and
and Michael Myers?
Michael Myers?
Or do
So,
we
see,
just
that's
know
the
that
thing.
it's
I
Jason?
feel like they
Jason.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Totally, Jason.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like they just
Look,
kind of
man, machete
stole,
trumps knife.
They stole some of Jason's shtick. Well, Jason.
Don't bring
Jason has been a wrestler since day one.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, Jason is the one that will take. He'll fold your ass up in a cot.
Dude,
Right.
hey,
You know what
what's,
I'm saying?
what's
He'll
the one
put
where he
you
takes
into
the
a-
sleeping
that was-
bag and he beats
yeah,
him
that
against
was
the tree?
two.
That's
He
two?
put- yeah,
Dude,
put
that
his sleeping bag
shit's
and
so
beat up-
good.
Dude,
Well,
that's
they did
Jason.
that.
God
They
damn
did
it.
that in Freddy versus Jason too.
Oh,
did
yeah,
it
yeah.
again.
Did
And
a
they
callback.
did- and
Did a
they
callback.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you know that Hellraiser was supposed to come into the mix at the
Yep.
at the end of Freddy versus
Yeah.
Jason? It was there was supposed to be a scene where fucking Pinhead shows up, and then they were gonna weave that into the story
Yeah.
of having it. Yeah, but then they were like, I guess they couldn't get the Clive Barker rights or something.
I don't know why that. I mean,
I don't know.
honestly, I mean that's also.
See,
I, don't know
I
if you
want
really
a
wanna bring
Hellraiser
Cenobites
remake.
into this.
I want a Hellraiser remake. I want a full-on
I do
Hellraiser
too.
remake with Clive Barker helping.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that could be awesome, and it could suck at the same time.
It could.
Because Hellraiser just existed in that perfect time where your cinematography, your cameras are already really shitty. You know what I'm saying? Your film quality is going to be a little shitty, which adds to believability in my mind. Once you start taking things into this high res market,
It ruins it, man.
ruins
can.
a lot.
Yeah.
you know,
And
all of a
that's-
sudden
you know,
sets kind of look
That's
like sets.
That's part of the reason like VHS works so well,
Yes,
right? Is
absolutely.
they film on shitty cameras. They make
Yes.
sure to do what? Huh? What's happening?
What is
happening?
happening?
What
We just got
happened?
that. They made a clip.
Oh,
Clip that shit. Let's go.
Yeah, awesome. Oh yeah. Thank you.
check our clips.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't even know you could do that.
they would also CG it the fuck up. I know they would do that if they did new Hellraiser. You know what I mean? They'd completely they wouldn't do all practical effects, which is part of the reason why the original one was super cool too.
Oh, it's just y'all talking over each other. Well, that's what we do.
Yeah, we do that. We
Yeah, we do that. That's
It's
part of
part
it.
of the
Yeah.
charm.
Yeah, dude, that's what we do.
You can't
Is
listen
that
to
a
three things at
complaint?
once.
That's right.
Yeah, for real.
That sounds like your problem.
Exactly. You better pick a favorite and follow.
Thank you for clipping us.
Thank you. Yes, thank you,
So
so
that's
much.
gonna be our one
awesome.
clip.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's pure joy. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. It's good.
Man, I get excited to talk to you boys.
Anyway.
Damn.
Is
What?
that it? I mean,
is
where are
that
we at?
it?
We're at
Yeah.
2 hours 23.
2
2 hours 32. Right?
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
So be
Well,
it.
thank
That's
you
about it.
guys so much.
Thanks for hanging out.
Sorry for the beginning. You know, it seemed like things were a little choppy, but
Yeah.
it seemed to have leveled out.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have an intact episode. We never got completely cut, so
Yeah,
that's good.
there you
know?
go. Intact episode, guys. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. Apparently, Apple,
Postcast
Apple,
tonight,
yeah,
12:30.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling them all
Okay,
the places,
baby.
man.
No,
Tell them
I'm
all
just
the
trying to
places.
slide in here
Settle
sexily.
down.
You be screaming at folks, man. Every once in a while. I try to
Yeah,
hit 'em
because
with
they
something.
need to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You gotta
don't you
talk
slide
to
in
him
with the radio
sweetly.
voice.
There we go.
Okay.
It's the quiet
Why don't you
storm.
join us tonight for our late night gaming cast?
See, that's how you get him.
Where we get
See,
the
he's like, oh, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
No,
I don't
no.
Yeah.
Late night.
Follow! Subscribe! Like! And check us out on Patreon. Thank you for everybody who's in the chat. Thank you for everybody who's currently following us. Share us with your friends. We only got 9 more followers that we need before we become affiliate, and it's really exciting. And yay! Ding the bell so you know when we go live tonight and any other time during the any other time. Check us out on our individual Twitch streams. Philip, you are Lentarg.
Power of
Trae,
Grayscale.
Power of Grayscale. I'm LazerPunch. LazerPunch86. And we'll see you
that's a
next
wrap.
week.
See ya.
That's a wrap.
Later, guys.
Laters.